like, I know all of your friends are probably sitting there going, it looks good. It looks good. And I'm like, look, I'm your son. I'm telling you the truth. Stop getting that shit injected into your face.
Very unnatural looking to put, I guess it's essentially gelatin. I don't really know what Botox is as a material, but it's like when you blow your face up like that.
Shooting plastic into your face.
Just to get rid of wrinkles.
If you start breaking stuff down to like their simplest form of what you're actually doing, it's fucking crazy. Have you heard about the women that get BBLs?
What is a BBL?
Where they get the shit shoved up, or they get fat taken out from somewhere else and they get it put in their ass, or silicone in their ass. Brazilian butt lift. But there's this whole thing. This one black girl exposed it because she got one. After like 3 or 4 months, it starts stinking like bad. I don't know why. Like their whole ass starts smelling like death.
Well, your body that's a foreign material. Your body's trying to like focus all of its enzymes and everything to try and get that out of you. So it probably starts leaking out of their pores.
Yes. Yeah, it starts leaking. That's what she was talking about. And it smells terrible.
Your body's trying to get rid of that. It doesn't want that in there. It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's what blows me about Botox. It's like, how does your body not just push that shit out of your pores? I don't know. That's just...
I don't mind a boob job or a butt lift. I have no judgment towards them. But if it starts stinking, hate it for them, dude. Hate it for them.
That's just bad. Here we are 2 weeks later.
Dude, there's been too much
It's
shit
been
going on.
chaotic and raining, flooding, working. It's been nuts.
Dude, here's one thing. The weather machines, whatever the fuck they're doing, we haven't really had much of a chance to enjoy the summertime at all because it's either cloudy all day every day or it's raining every fucking day.
It's sunny all day while you're at work.
Yeah,
and
just
about
beating
4:30,
down.
5 o'clock, you get home, it starts thunderstorming. It's like as soon as you're getting home, it's like,
They want you to be inside,
what
dude.
the hell?
It's never rained this much in my entire fucking life.
Hey, you know what I don't understand? It's August, and the leaves are already changing colors.
Yeah, and they're falling off of the trees
Falling
already.
off the trees. Like, that's
My
not...
summer didn't last long.
Apparently not.
I hope I don't get hit by a hurricane whenever I go on vacation. Because there's one allegedly brewing.
Didn't that... Yeah, hurricane season started just a couple of weeks ago, didn't it?
There's one brewing in the Atlantic, and I wonder if it's going to hit like same time I get to the beach.
God, that'd be fun.
Just be hammered looking out the window like, God!
Sitting on the beach.
That one dude died 3 days ago. He was out fucking around in it like an idiot. Like, just he got caught in the stream and then got rammed in between a bench and a railing and drowned in the flash flood the other day.
Oh, my word.
In East Brainerd. Yeah. My buddy Danny was telling me about that shit.
I hadn't heard about anybody dying from the flooding we got.
It happened on his route. He was like, one of the dudes that lived in the like apartment complex he listens to was just out like, fucking around in it and just got swept the fucking way.
That's awful.
Hate it for him.
I mean, yeah. You don't go out and play in the torrential flash flood that's coming down the road.
Yeah, true.
You just don't do that. I don't go out here and play in the ditches when they're flooding and making a river through the yard.
Yeah. I always think it's funny, those people in Florida that are like on their kayaks while it's hurricaning and they're just going down the street with no shirt on and an American flag just flying from their
That one
back.
guy standing in the middle of the street with the flag.
And I always love the instant karma of those videos where people think they can take their car through that, and they just get about halfway and just...
Yep, just start going away. Did you see that truck crossing that flash flood, that video? It's a black F-150. He's crossing the water. Everybody's like, look, he's dragging a log. And he's like going across, and he gets up to the road, and a freaking alligator is like trying to get out from under the truck.
I'm glad we don't have those, dude.
Not up this far. You go South Georgia, you'll find them, but we ain't got them up this far.
They're slowly going to fucking start making their way up here. We basically live in a fucking rainforest at this point.
I don't know. I think that it is definitely becoming more tropic around here, and I just don't get it. It's always been humid and hot and wet, but like these last couple of years,
it's gotten worse and worse and worse.
It's just gotten more muggy and more hot and more green and thick.
It doesn't get as cold as it used to.
It doesn't get as cold. Of course, this year,
it got cold as fuck.
If it's going to start ending summer right now,
I'm pissed.
Winter's coming.
Fuck no, dude. I'm pissed. Fall first.
Hey, hopefully we get a good fall though. That'd be nice.
Well, the last couple of years, summer's been lasting almost to November.
Yeah, like it's real hot all the way through.
Because it's always
Like the last week of October.
It gets real cold. Well, hasn't there been a couple of Halloweens where it's like just dropped to like 25 degrees outside out of nowhere?
Last year, I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. Maybe the year before. I can't remember. Lauren and I went off for her birthday. Went down to Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We left. Her birthday's the 28th of October. So we left like the weekend of whatever time that was. So it's like end of October. When we left, it was like 89 degrees, sunny and hot. Yeah. We left. We went to the beach. It was freaking gorgeous. Like 70 degrees. Like it was nice down there. We get back. It's raining and like 42 degrees.
Oh my God, dude.
And the leaves have like fell off. Everything's brown, wet, and cold in a matter of like 3 days.
Yeah.
That fast.
But it makes sense because college football is about to start.
Yeah.
So Saturday's in the fall. But it has been hot as fuck, though.
Yeah, last year's fall only lasted like a week. All the leaves went, what? It just fell off.
Well, here's a conspiracy that I seen earlier. It's not even a conspiracy. It's like this dude was explaining how it works out perfectly if there's actually 13 months. Like, and they're like trying to hide history about it because Oct means 8.
Yeah,
and it's the 10th month.
I've read through that.
And then November's like, or Sept means, what is that, 7? And then, what is it, October, November?
Yeah, December is 10. Deck is 10.
And then if somehow works out perfectly, like we wouldn't have to do the, what's it called? Where you like add the extra day every 4 years.
I have forgot. Oh, the leap year?
Yeah.
Yeah, the leap year.
It's
I think that was supposed to offset them taking months out of the calendar. I don't remember the names of those months that they took out though, because this was like what, Greek?
They say the last month is supposed to be March.
The last month is supposed to be March.
January, February, March. Yeah, if you put it together for 13, I think that's what that dude was saying. And it lines up perfectly with all the seasons and all that shit. If there's 13 months. What about that shooting where that dude fucking ended up killing that lady from Black Rock and claimed that he was just pissed about his CTE from the NFL in New York and ended up exposing the fact that whenever he showed up to that huge skyscraper in New York, you know what floor that Black Rock's on? The 33rd. And he went and shot that lady from Black Rock. I just thought it was weird they were on the 33rd floor with the whole 33rd degree Mason.
Yeah, is it a coincidence or?
No, it's planned, definitely.
So that's from the Roman calendar. Ancient Roman calendar before the addition of January and February consisted of 10 months, starting with Martius, March, and ending with December. September, October, November, December are derived from their ordinal positions in the original 10-month Roman calendar.
So it was only 10.
There was only 10. We added 2 months, January and February.
And the video I watched said it would be perfect if there was 13.
Well, that was one thing that my dad had said. This is probably 3 or 4 years ago when we were having that conversation about the months of the year and how the weather's been changing and how everything's not really lining up anymore. And he's like, I think we should either add a month or take a month off.
Yeah.
Like, not literally take it out of the calendar, but like stop counting the days for a month. Like if it's January 1st, we leave it as January 1st for a month and just kind of realign everything.
Yeah, just let it
realign.
Settle. Yeah.
That way everything would be, kind of lined back up. Or we could just add a month.
Has it changed like this? I wonder if it's changed like this from like the 16, 17, 1800s until now.
What do you mean? Like the weather patterns and the way that things aren't lining up? I think it's a cycle. My dad has said for years that, the summers were different when he was a kid. And he's watched through the years how every summer's a little different. Some are cooler, some are hotter. So like on a small scale.
This one just lasted, like a month or two? And it's all basically about to be over already.
Yep. So it's like, it changes. Even on a small scale, the lifetime of one human you can notice the changes. Hell, just in our time here, we've noticed changes. Summers have been different. Winters have been different.
And that happened over like the past.
They come in different months sometimes.
10 years.
Different times. So it's like the Earth is just doing this thing through space.
That's
It's
what
not
he was talking.
ever going to be
That's what
accurate.
Jones was talking about on Rogan. That when Tim Dillon, he was like, "That's all there is change."
Yeah.
He was like, the main fucking driver of climate and everything is the sun.
Yeah.
It was like, based on whatever the sun's doing is how we're going to be fucking doing.
And then the fact that our magnetic pole is shifting.
That dude with the beard was when he was like, you don't want. And they tried to get on his ass about climate change, and he was just like, it's fine if it's getting warmer, really. What you don't want is global
cooling.
Because that will fuck everybody's
Yep.
shit up.
And I do believe, maybe not within our lifetime, but I do believe that'll happen. Because as that pole shifts, our axis is going to tilt.
That's a big one, dude.
So
I
it's
don't
like
know what that means.
the Antarctic, and whatever, they're going to get moved.
I was watching a couple videos about that whole pole shift thing, and people were predicting like devastation and everything gets fucked up. And I'm like, why would that change anything? Well, the magnetic field flips, right? And it could weaken our barrier from the sun blasting us with radiation, and it would just fry every fucking
If it
thing.
flips, we might be screwed. But if it's just shit, because right now it's doing a straight line from up above Canada,
And it's
up
like
on the top.
moved almost to like the middle, right?
It did like a circle around for a little while, for a couple hundred years, I guess. Now it's doing like a direct line over to like Siberia, like over towards Russia. If that becomes the North Pole, all of that goes whoop, up.
Oh my god!
So that's going to bring Canada and Alaska and all that down closer to the equator.
And we'll be at the
Spin it
equator.
that way. We'll go up. No, I don't know.
We'll be
I
shot down.
don't know the geographic layout of the countries, because all of our globes are wrong as far as
True.
the way it actually looks. So it's like I don't really know where we would go, but if I know if Russia starts going further north and the whole globe is going that way, we may end up going a little bit further north.
And that's if we're not on a flat plane anyway. Let's not even get into that.
Did you see that AI video of them finding the edge of the world?
Why did Elon do that shit too? I was just scrolling on Twitter this morning, and he was just showing his. I think he does this shit to troll on purpose. It's one of his like satellites, like taking a video going around the Earth, and all he responds is, "This is a real video." And I'm like, why do you have the need to just say something? Exactly.
Well, AI
that video
very
is
convincing.
Is the funniest fucking video of Eddie Bravo on there going, "Look, man, I'm not trying to convince you, dude. I'm not trying to convince you. Just look into it. Just look into it."
Hey, you may know, I don't. What's the fascination with Saturn?
The hexagon on top, and then the black cube. That all these countries like worship this black cube. Like, do you know at Mecca in the Middle East, they got the huge black cube in the middle, and everybody puts their like little rug on the floor and worships it. The Jewish people, like the real Jewish people, like they don't wear just a yarmulke. They got the black cube on their head. And that video, that esoteric knowledge video of that dude that does all the esoteric knowledge shit that I was sending you.
Yeah. What was his name?
He it goes into a bunch of different shit. Like he went into Saturn, he went into the ancient religions, he went into angels and demons and all that stuff. But the black cube in Saturn is like the way that they control everything. Like the god Saturn or whatever, he's the one that
I know he's like power or something, isn't he?
power and time. And that's why, and that gets into like clocks and being like, look, the clock, they want you to go by this clock because that means they have control over you if you're going by their rules.
Yeah, time is a man-made construct.
Yeah, and that's like, it has to do with and then I was listening to all that shit and I was like, holy shit. And then Saturn's allegedly like where we enter our consciousness enters this realm and like gets trapped here on Earth until we get, I don't know how you would leave, but I don't know. And like the god Saturn is the one that like basically rules over this realm. And then he got into like how Saturn, Lucifer, all these characters basically have the same traits.
There is, yes, the same traits, linking that kind of stuff up together. There's a podcast on Spotify that I listen to called Ancient Conspiracies, and she goes through the entire Bible and links all of the names through their translations.
To like all the different religions,
And it's all of the different religion, and it's all the exact same names, just translated down to like the single point.
And speaking of the pole shift, and like how all these ancient religions all have the same story about like a huge cataclysm, like way back in the day. And speaking of the pole shift, that's what people were talking about. They were like, maybe the pole shifted back then and it caused some fucking crazy shit to go down. And everybody wrote about it, but it was like they're all their own religion. It's weird. It's so weird how all these ancient religions are basically telling the same story.
I think it stems, now this is just a personal thought. I don't know if it's considered accurate or not, but I think that it would all stem from the story of the Tower of Babel, where they tried to build the tower to God, and then he come in and scrambled their languages and said, you can't do this.
Scrambled their languages and cast them across the entire earth.
Now, here you go. You all speak different languages, and then your skin and everything starts adapting to the climates of where you're at, because we're adaptive creatures.
And their eyes do this.
And it's...
the Asian people's
changed.
eyes turned weird.
We're all talking about the same thing. It's just in different languages and translated differently.
And why do they keep trying to get on to Christopher Columbus when obviously they were here way before he discovered America? Like, didn't Vikings come over here?
Vikings were here first, I do believe.
And I'm pretty sure, because Native Americans, they're like brown, but they have the Asian slant eyes.
Yeah.
So that means Asians probably came over here, crossed the land bridge at Alaska.
They did. Yeah, Native Americans weren't Native Americans. They were Europeans that had crossed.
They were Asian.
Was it the Bering Land Strait or something?
At Alaska.
Yeah, the Alaska to European over there at Russia or wherever that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they crossed. They were Native Europeans at first.
And they had like all the, and they're still digging that one pyramid that they just dug up out of the floor. Have you seen that one recently? They just found another one that just dates human history and technology even further back. South America.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. And I that's another thing. I hate all those like archaeologists that are like, by the book, you gotta, there's no way we can change the history now.
Yeah.
And they just keep and they get, I don't understand why they won't talk about like the stuff that, like, you find more new shit, that means you have to change the fucking history books again, not just go by the old bullshit that you were.
Well, they don't want to be proven wrong because they've spent their entire life learning and educating themselves and educating others. They don't want to get slapped in the face.
Yeah.
That's why, what's his name?
That dude debated that fucking asshole.
Graham Hancock, that's him. Oh, I hated that guy. He was so annoying.
He was like, "You're racist because you think the pyramids are this old." It's like,
how can you talk about this if you're not an expert?
I hate that guy, dude. He's so fast, dude.
Yeah, Graham Hancock.
That strikes something with me where it's like, you're from London, you pussy. You guys get put in jail because you say
you posted a meme.
Because you posted a meme. You don't get to come to America and say we can't talk about
start trying
shit.
to apply your censorship to somebody or your logic to somebody.
And did you see what Justin Trudeau said?
I haven't heard anything about Justin since he stepped down.
You know what he said? He said, "Podcasts ruin everything." I don't think because not everyone. It was better before everyone had a voice. What kind of bullshit is that, dude?
Communism.
It was just better before everybody had a voice.
Better before everybody could talk. Yeah. And maybe it was for the people in power. You know?
It was, definitely, because they could just say whatever the fuck they wanted to through the news.
I had a thought that stemmed from our archaeology. What was it? Oh! Graham Hancock, Göbekli Tepe.
Yeah.
In Turkey. I was reading up on that a little bit. And it stemmed from a little bit of my Bible research. When Noah landed the ark after the flood, it said that he created an altar to God and sacrificed a few of the clean animals, but dedicated the landing site to all the animals. Göbekli Tepe is made out of statues and pillars that all have animals carved into them. And it's in Turkey, an Islamic nation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to prove that Noah existed and was actually there in Turkey because it's an Islamic nation. That would kind of ruin them. So they have ceased all excavation.
Yeah.
Because they started realizing, oh, shit, this is like an animal altar. Like, they found the altar. They found all these pillars with the animals carved into them, and it's, like, huge.
Easter Island's like the same thing too, right? Where
I've read about Easter Island a few times. You know, they found some more statues that were buried on Easter Island that are older than the ones that were there.
And they were sitting there going, how did they even move all this big ass shit?
How did they even get there? Wait a minute. No. That can't be. That's older now. I was figuring to say, didn't the Egyptians have boats? But I forget that the Egyptians are closer to the creation of the iPhone than the Bible.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That
And what
is-
is it? Oh, Cleopatra is closer to the invention
Cleopatra
of the iPhone.
is closer to the invention of the
iPhone than wherever the pyramids
than
were
where
made.
the pyramids were built. Yeah.
Yeah. God, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
they found them. I'm convinced that the Egyptians found the pyramids. And, were
And
like,
what
this
fucks
is
me
ours
up
now.
more about it, it's like, look, we know a bunch of shit compared to like those people on North Sentinel Island that are just like have the huge bow and arrows, and if you try to go there with a helicopter, they start shooting at you and shit.
Yep. Uncontacted. That shit blows me away.
Yeah.
That we live in this world where there's people that don't know there's an outside world.
And India's just sitting there just going, you guys can't touch this island. I wonder, I really want somebody to get like a drone show like they got now at like college football games and just go make like a face in the air and just be like, just fuck
I
with
seen a
them
meme
and see
about
what
that.
they
And
do.
it was just like that William Defoe where he's like looking up at the sky.
And that's how they tricked other uncontacted tribes, like astrologists would. They'd be like, hey, the sun's going to be blacked out, and it's God telling you, you better do what I say.
Isn't that what Columbus did?
Yeah, he was like, dude, the sun's going to be blacked out, and that's God saying, you better do as I
My God
say.
is better. And if
But
you
they
don't-
also done some mean shit, though. Remember, they were like bashing babies on the rocks.
yeah,
and
they
killing
weren't
people.
nice people. They weren't just explorers. They come over here a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
And just start killing people. And it was like, God bless.
It's like, go get us. What was that one that Joe Rogan was talking about? He's like, if you didn't get enough gold for them, they would cut your arms and legs off and throw you on the fire. God damn,
Yeah, and it's
dude.
and then
Well,
you go to
also-
school and they teach you it's like, oh, it was this hunky dory thing. We come over here and we had food with them. We
And
had
then
this big
school
dinner. And-
school also tries to make you feel bad about like the Indians, and then you look into some of the tribes, they were fucking assholes.
Oh,
dude.
some of those tribes were like the most violent people you could ever think of.
That's the reason we invented the revolver. Because they were able to ride sideways on their horses, like
they
like
could
hold
fire
multiple
more
arrows.
arrows per minute than a musket could fire in a minute.
And some white dude named Colt in Texas was like, we gotta fucking do something about this.
And then the creation of the Gatling
And the
gun.
Colt 45.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know.
And then thinking about like how like we have like weather apps today that like let you know whenever some crazy shit's about to come through the weather. Imagine just being just out on your farm, no contact or nothing. You got your farmer's almanac saying, "Oh, it's gonna be a good day today." All of a sudden, the clouds just coming. It's just a tornado comes, blows your fucking house away out of nowhere. You're like, "What the fuck?" I gotta write this down.
I gotta write this down. This happened today.
That's weird whenever they have that shit in farmers' almanacs where it's like, dude, you might get a massive fucking shitstorm
I
today.
used to read them at Ace when I worked at Ace, and it was dead.
Yeah.
I'd go over to the paint desk and stand there and thumb through the farmers. I'm like, how do you know this stuff? How? How do you know?
They're really fucking accurate.
When the best day to plant a certain vegetable is, the best day to plant something, and it's all like forecasted. It's like how?
Dudes just figured it out and was like, we're gonna put this all down in this book.
I guess. They should have the brain of Einstein just hooked to a computer. Just tell us this.
Dude, that's that whole conspiracy about Disney making that movie Frozen.
Yeah.
Because before Google was flooded with like, oh, they froze Walt Disney's brain or body and some shit, and then they all of a sudden that movie came out, and now if you look up like Disney Frozen, it's just all that movie Frozen on the algorithm.
Just to fill the algorithm and get that stuff out of there.
And AI right now, people are talking about, oh, this is about to change everything again. We're about to go through another just crazy fucking
I believe it's going to be a massive shift.
another event again. It's all happening in our lifetime too. Like
Quickly.
the multiple ones. So like the internet was invented in ours. We had a worldwide pandemic. We had multiple fucking wars. Now we're about to have the invention.
Been
of,
on the brink of governmental collapse 2 handful times.
can't afford anything
Can't
anymore.
afford anything. Inflation's through the roof. We're fixing to go to war with Mexico.
It's Allegedly, they say right now more shit has happened now over like the past decade than it's happened through like 100 fucking years of shit. Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't.
You think they're for real about to we're for real about to have like another big ass world war?
I don't think we're going to have a world war because I don't think, like you've said countless times.
So like just to reset everything.
Yeah. The United States goes around, like you said a few episodes ago, with a big stick saying, come on, fuck with us. Fuck with us. We go over there and we fuck with them and say, fuck with us. Fuck with us. Nobody wants to fuck with us. Nobody wants to go kinetic with the United States. We, for whatever reason, I'm not going to say we, the United States, our government, wants to go kinetic with everybody.
Well, the military-industrial complex does, so they can sell all their weapons.
And nobody's cooperating. They've been trying to start these fires all over the European continent, whatever. They're trying to start these fires, and it's just not working because everybody's tired of it. Now the American people are getting tired of it. So now they're pulling people out of Mexico that are U.S. citizens and getting everybody that's theirs out of there and mobilizing National Guards.
You know what they just did, too?
Saying the cartels are our next enemy.
Look, I'm not a Nazi or nothing, but here's another weird thing they done again. It's not illegal to burn the United States flag.
It's not illegal?
To burn a United States flag, but guess what they just made illegal in the United States? It's illegal to burn an Israeli flag with the blue star on it in the United States. And this dude that I follow on Twitter just immediately just buys one and just burns it and puts it on video. That dude Jake Shields, that former UFC fighter. Why are we kissing? It's almost like they have blackmail on all these, on our entire government. Dude.
It's almost like there's some video evidence somewhere that would condemn all of these guys, and they're really scared.
Dude, the Nelk Boys, this other podcast, had Netanyahu on, and they got raped in the comments, dude. Everybody was like, what the fuck, you got him propaganda? Dude, just a million dislikes, millions of dislikes. And he's on there talking to Netanyahu about, Netanyahu's on there talking about like, oh yeah, I prefer Burger King over McDonald's. And then they asked Joe to have Netanyahu on, and Joe said no.
Nah. Not happening.
And that dude Mike Baker is so suspect to me.
When I first got introduced to Mike Baker, I was like, fuck yeah, this guy's cool.
He's in the fucking CIA.
And now it's like,
that's that saying too about the CIA. You never actually retire from the CIA.
Yeah. He says he is, but he's in there all the time. And it's like, look, they allow you to come on the biggest podcast in the world.
He's an edgelord.
Kind of talk freely.
He's an edgelord. Like he's going right to the edge and then won't
go any further.
He's on there talking shit like yeah, we do that shit, but no.
Yeah, he won't go into the logistics of it.
Yeah.
Which he says the CIA doesn't want him to do, but they don't tell him not to talk about things.
He's like,
they trust him.
What did he say? He said, as long as I'm not giving up methods and
like operational details.
Yeah, like methods and like the way they do shit.
Technology, operational information. Like they don't want to give any of that stuff out. I get that. That's operational security, OPSEC. You need that. But
yeah, Joe asked him about the Epstein shit.
If he really was unaffiliated from the CIA, like done with them, they're not really working for him anymore, they wouldn't let him go in there and talk about this kind of stuff.
He's planted to go in there.
They're feeding him shit. You can say this and this and this and this, and you can talk about this, and you can lead on to this, but don't go too far.
And he's kind of an older man, so he's been in there for a long time. He knows how to weave his way and like say just enough to be like,
they're sewing new conspiracies in and new thoughts and just sending people on these rabbit trails of things that don't actually exist.
See, I was just praising Tucker Carlson too, and then all of a sudden that shit just blew up where turns out his dad was in the fucking CIA.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I was like, damn it, dude. That means he's just the what is it called? Just the opposition or whatever.
Controlled opposition.
Yeah.
And I think that's more prevalent than we know. And I think that most of the people that we have kind of looked to for information that's trustworthy.
You know how Tucker tried to defend himself too? He said, I didn't know till later in my life that my dad was in the CIA. And everybody was like, dude, fuck off.
You don't grow up a kid watching your dad work at a government job and not knowing.
And then if you start actually thinking and looking into his past, you're like, He worked for mainstream media. He worked for CNN, Fox, all this. So he's been at just fucking playing.
I think it's all a conglomerate of the same families that have been running the same show since the beginning of the United States, and it's just lineage after lineage after lineage.
You want to know one that just blew my mind? You know, who did George Bush... George Bush was running against Romney. Or no, George Bush was running against somebody in... like 2000.
Which George Bush?
Just the
2000 George Bush.
The 2000 election, and it was like a close one. But guess what? Both of them went to Yale. You know, Skull and Bones. So they were both in Skull and Bones. So it was the same, literally just the same thing, except for all they did was just put Republican and Democrat.
Dick Cheney and George Bush.
They were running against president, but I'm saying like that election was literally just two bonesmen going up against each other, dude.
It's all just the same people. Because, I mean, you've seen like people going in, they're like, oh, I want to work at the CIA, and they start pulling up the family lineage, and it's like, okay, your granddad, your grandmother, your granddad, your uncle, your dad, your mother.
Is that one true about every president comes from the lineage of the King of England?
I think so. Like they're all related somehow. Yeah. Yeah.
And Clinton, did you know what his last name was before he changed it?
He changed his last name?
Bill Clinton, yeah.
I did not know
he was a Roosevelt. Changed his last name for his brother, because his brother's last name was Clinton, and like he always raised his brother and take care of him and all that shit. So he was, I'm going to change my last name to Clinton. It was Roosevelt before.
There it is.
But Teddy was a beast.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I've only heard stories.
He did protect the parks.
That he did, and I appreciate that. Because I like parks. I like public land, going out in the woods.
It's like that shit where it's like they take a picture of a beautiful nature park, and it's like, damn, a Dollar General would go perfect right there.
Yeah, I've seen the landscape photos where they'll take the before and after of like this beautiful, like Rolling Hills Valley or something, and then it cuts like 15 years later, and it's like a highway street and power lines and signs everywhere, and it's like, what happened?
It is what it is.
We're getting there. I've got companies around here offering to buy the land.
They leaving like shit in your mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey.
They want the land. They're leaving it for everybody around because, you know, they're making a massive development right here. We've had dump trucks.
They would buy both of y'all's. They would buy both of y'all's shit right here and just put like 10 fucking houses through here, or probably like 30 actually.
Been working, well, not recently, but a few weeks ago working in Dalton, and I just noticed somebody had bought like 3 acres on the side of the road, and it's probably from here to the pond out there wide. And rather than put like, you know, a couple of little duplexes or something on it, they took townhomes, which I assume is what it's called. It's a house, but there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's 2 different families. Turned them sideways and dominoed those motherfuckers in. There's like 15 of these dual family homes
Just all
side by side.
stacked like rats.
You
on
can
top
walk
of each
out
other.
your front porch and reach out and touch your neighbor's house.
Doing shit like that reminds me of. Do you remember that dude that done the rat study?
The
Where he put them
have one over here doing something, and then the rats over here start doing something.
No, it was like Rat Utopia, and he put them all into this little facility all together. But he gave them all the water they could ever need, all the food that they could ever need. He gave them everything they ever needed, and there was only like a couple dudes that were like running the whole shit, but they were disgusting, like couple dude rats that were like disgusting running the whole shit, and they ended up. The other male rats that like weren't the top of the food chain, they started getting feminine, cleaning themselves all the time. Basically like what's happening now with us, but that it was with the rats, and he done that study. It's a documentary called like Rat Utopia, and if you watched it, you'd go, holy
when you
shit.
don't have to fight for anything,
It would be
your aggression levels go way down, and and you just start, I guess, like you said, becoming more feminine.
Yeah, they would sit there and clean themselves. Basically, like what's happening now.
There's no more fight for survival. It's no longer the survival of the fittest. Everybody has what they need.
And a lot of those male rats that like weren't at the top of the thing, they would go isolate themselves and like just stay all alone by themselves, be isolated, all that shit. Like wouldn't go out and do shit. And they'd done that documentary in like the 60s. It's a black and white video. And
That's crazy. You can link the psychological effects of something like that to humans from fucking rats.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty common.
And it's happening in like big cities.
Yeah.
Where
Oh yeah, that's where all of your dude comes from.
yeah. And then we're making those there was that one video where it was like called like the Rat Race. You remember it was an animated short, and it was literally just like a picturesque New York City, but it was just all just rats going all fucking everywhere.
I watched that video. That's been years ago.
Yeah. So they've been saying this shit the whole time. But we're finally, I guess, just awakening to it.
I think it's just the fact that I think it's some kind of phenomenon from the internet, and then now, like you said, everybody having a podcast, everybody talking, and everybody's like, "Hey,"
and then AI's about to make this shit. We ain't gonna be able to believe anything. Dude, I'm still pissed that they are just basically just let this Epstein shit go. It'll come back.
Well, it's still there.
Yeah,
it's still there
because Congress is what?
That's a scar. That's a scar, and it's just going to take some time for the right moment for us to just peel the fucking scab off.
This was pissing me off. Remember, we were so hyped when we were like in high school because he was the one that was like, "Oh, Bill's going to have a lot of problems with that island," and remember the whole because you'd be in jail. Like he was the one that was like, he was the one that was saying all this shit.
Yep.
And
but
then
the system got to him.
He's fucking swimming in the swamp with them.
The system got to him. He got in and realized it was a lot deeper than he thought, and then he said,
I'll just join these people.
Maybe I could benefit from this.
Or he's just been a part of it the whole time because him and Epstein are seen together a lot.
Yeah.
God damn it,
yep.
Dude. And even RFK was like, yeah, I was on his plane like twice. What the fuck, dude? But they're still like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me how straight up now, I don't get that. People can call me crazy all they want. I will die on that hill that it is satanic, demonic, death cult.
Yeah.
That runs this shit.
It is. I believe that. You don't get these types of events and these types of things happening unless that's the case.
I cannot wait. And it's harder, and it's getting harder and harder for them to do shit. I thought they were about to do one. You remember whenever they moved all of our naval ships that were about to be retired to the Middle East? I was like, they're about to do one. They're about to do a false flag event and blame it on them so we get to go into another huge fucking war. And I wonder if they didn't do it because literally as soon as they moved all those boats over there to the Middle East, everybody on the internet was like, they're about to do a false flag. Watch out, watch out, watch out. They're about to do a false flag.
The era of surveillance works both ways.
Yeah, if you got
they watch
as long
us,
as you got freedom of speech, that's as long as you can talk about it.
Yep. As long as they watch us, we can watch them. We have all the same shit. Well, granted, it may not be as advanced, and I know they've got things that they won't tell us about.
It's getting harder and harder. Like you just said, it's almost impossible now to bullshit anybody about like what they're trying to do.
Well, you start noticing the pattern.
Yeah,
noticing. You start noticing the pattern. Like, hey, this is not the first time I've seen you say this or do this. And the last time you did this, it didn't go the way you said.
Yeah. I need to watch that documentary 9/11, the new Pearl Harbor. Because I've heard a bunch of people talk about it. And it basically just explains exactly like what happened in Israel. Where, the whole October 7th shit, where it's like, they just let that happen so they could go to fucking kinetic war, basically. Because they were talking about and then it involves Pearl Harbor too, where it was like wasn't Roosevelt the one that was like they knew that Japan was on their way because they had already deciphered all the shit, but they just let it happen just so we could go fucking whoop ass. And the whole Lusitania thing in World War I.
Hell, we still managed to do less and lose less soldiers than every other nation that was in the war.
Yeah,
we killed less people. We lost less guys. We were only there for like the brunt end of it.
Yeah, and we dropped those.
Russia lost hundreds of millions of guys.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and I know, and there's only this one race that just complains about fucking 6 million, and even if it was 6 million, everybody else lost like fucking 40, 50 million fucking people, dude. You guys aren't that fucking special.
Yeah, well, that comes with that entitled attitude that they have.
Yeah. It's like, damn. How many... There was that one battle that Shane Gillis brought up on Joe Rogan. It was the Germans versus the... It was the Germans versus the Russians in that one city. Yeah, it wasn't Stalingrad. It was a different one.
This one where they got gassed, and the Russians were coming out of the gas coughing blood with rags on their face and red eyes.
The Russians surrounded like this entire fucking platoon of Germans in this one city, and they weren't leaving. And Stalin was like, "Just go, keep sending people." Like I remember hearing those stories about. They wouldn't have enough guns for all the soldiers they were sending.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, you're just going to go with this guy. And once
he falls, you pick up his rifle and keep going.
And you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was like 15 million fucking people died in this one town. Or soldiers got killed in this one fucking town just in one battle.
Have you ever seen the movie Enemy at the Gates?
No.
It depicts that battle. The very beginning of the movie is the depiction of that battle.
Holy shit.
And they're all running in, and they're coming into the city, and the Germans are just... And his buddy falls, and he grabs his rifle.
The beginning of D-Day is ridiculous.
Did you know that the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, while accurate...
Yeah.
That's not the way it happened?
How did it happen?
When they got there was nobody there. Or, the Germans were, quiet. They let them land. They just sat there on the beaches in the bunkers and let them land. And they were like, what the hell's going on? And all hell broke loose. They weren't getting shot out on boats and stuff. They landed on the beach. The Germans let them land and then unleashed
If
hell.
that shit happened to me, if I was on that shit and survived and came back, it's like those soldiers that end up going crazy whenever they come back to American life.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't get that, the true fucking rush of
you don't get
life
that
or
adrenaline
death.
anymore.
Yeah. And they come here and they go crazy and end up committing suicide a lot of the
Take
fucking
your brain,
times.
put it in a frying pan for months on end, and then come back and try to sit on your couch.
There was that dude, this was during I don't know if it was the Revolution or the Civil War. They were talking about that. Shane Gillis was talking about this. The dude would walk around in his house and paint on his walls because he'd been in so many wars, and he would wear candles on his head while he was painting, and he painted the most grotesque shit, like the movie with what's his name that we watched in high school about the American Revolution, and it was even showed cannonballs blowing people's fucking
The Patriot.
Yeah.
That Mel Gibson movie. Yeah.
And that dude was basically painting. Went crazy and was painting all the shit that he saw on his walls, the gore and the disgust, shit everywhere. Fucking.
You ever taken a flashlight or looked at the sun too long and it kind of scars your eye?
Yeah.
That shit, I guarantee, does the same thing. It stays in your brain. That image stays.
I wonder if it's making us more fucked up now because we can open our phone on Twitter and see somebody just get obliterated.
And go, Jesus Christ, and then send it to your buddy.
Yeah, and just go, dude, look at this.
Watch this.
It just shock him. Yeah.
Very, very desensitized.
That one I seen the other day of those Russian or those Ukrainian soldiers on that fucking moped. Did I show you that one? Where the dude's just sitting there driving, and the dude on the back is riding bitch, and he's just sitting there on. And next thing you know, your buddy's entire torso down to his hips is just gone. You're just, and the dude didn't. I wonder if he was probably just in shock, what?
Yeah.
And your buddy's whole torso is just all over you.
That's the terrifying part about modern day combat.
All you hear is, phew, dude, that's fucked up.
I watched the video of some Ukrainian.
What was the one? It was they even turned it into a meme. That Middle Eastern dude, and he's just sitting there taking a video of him and his buddies. They got the guns on the back, and he's sitting there smiling like, "Hell yeah, we got this!" And I'm sure just a United States drone just blows his buddy's car up, and he just pulls his phone back in, and it's just looking and just ends the video.
Jeez, that is just terrible.
I know, and they keep wanting to do that shit. Demonic death cult. Stop it.
Yeah. I didn't do anything to you, and you didn't do anything to me, but my government said that you're the bad guy, and I guess now I'm here to shoot you.
And they got everybody on that Pearl Harbor shit.
Oh, yeah, they riled us up.
Because they controlled the entire media back then. It must have been so easy just to be like, these idiots will fucking go do whatever the fuck we say if we do that, something like this.
Back during the day of propaganda posters.
That shit even worked during 9/11. I wasn't alive then, but I think they said everybody came together after that happened.
You're just not
I was
coherent.
like 2. So that means everybody came together after some shit like that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it, and he said that was like one of the greatest points. He said, I'm not saying it was a good point in the United States history, but for the United States people, everybody quit bickering. Everybody quit bickering amongst themselves and said, we're coming to get you. You don't do this.
And then it just turned into
Turns out it was our own government.
And then that meme about fathers and sons dying in the same war because the war lasted so long, that literally came true with that one. The war on terror. That's fucked up.
And I don't believe it's over. I think it's just kind of under the blanket a little bit.
You remember, do you know, here's a funny one. Do you know like the whole, like whenever people leave, like in Star Wars, they literally just take all their shit and just leave out of nowhere? Mm-hmm. That's basically what we did in Afghanistan. It's like a meme. We just went, all right.
Except in that one, we didn't take anything. We left all our shit there.
I know, what the fuck? Like
it was intentional.
And then they immediately took back over. And I'm sitting here going, so the whole time, that was just going to happen anyway, because that's just the way they fucking are.
They wanted it to happen because they needed more bad guys with guns so they could do this again.
It just immediately, we were there for what, 20-something fucking years. And the second we left, it just reverted right back to what it was before.
Right back to the drawing board. Step 1, we have a heavily armed terrorist organization now.
That we funded.
Funded with our own stuff. With our own stuff. We're going to get shot with our own rounds. We're going to have to blow up our own Humvees. All because we left them and they got them. They've got United States body armor and stuff now. Like,
didn't they say that we technically funded ISIS?
Yeah.
Like we
did, because that was back during the Afghanistan stuff when the Russians were trying to like fuck with Afghanistan. We funded all of these organizations to fight back Russia.
Dude, Afghanistan kicks ass kind of, because didn't they beat Russia and they just we just fucking left. Mm-hmm. They're just sitting there.
And then all the extremists went because we started fucking with the other countries. You know.
Oh, dude, that's our main shit that the CIA does. It's like, we're gonna fund this group to fight this group,
and then it's going to get so far out of control. We get to justify stepping in.
Here's what's fucked up. Like if we want a new person in charge of a company, we will literally fund a fucking extremist group to fucking kill the dude. Yeah. And like start a revolution in the country just so we can have our guy in.
And then we can come over there and say, we're here to help you get through this. We'll put you a bunch of guns around. We'll help you out. Here's a guy that we think would be really good for the job. He's good. He's democratic. He is going to run your country really well, and he's going to give us really good gas prices.
Yes, that's literally what we fucking do.
Every single time. And we call it diplomacy.
That's why Putin's pissed at Russia. Or no, Putin's pissed at Ukraine because we put Zelensky in. And he's like, yeah, I side with the West.
Yeah.
And Putin's like, dude, I know what y'all are doing. What the fuck?
It's right there. You know why? He can see it because he does it too, I'm sure.
Dude, we keep
Why was he just here?
He was in Alaska.
Oh, he's in Alaska. Okay, because I seen him. He got flew over by a B-2.
Him and Trump were just talking about the Ukraine war, and I was like, no, this shit's just going to keep going.
And then Zelensky says the next day Putin shows no signs of ending the war. After he said, yeah, we'll start negotiating.
That's if that war even exists. Have you seen the videos?
I've seen the videos about people saying, I think this is all just staged.
That's like the movie 1984.
I mean, I've seen people just absolutely get detonated, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know something's going on, but I don't think it's as large scale as they think.
It's like the movie 1984. There was a war going on the entire time. Like the whole time they're alive. But in reality, the war just never fucking existed.
Well, I found it crazy because I was watching this video the other day. These Ukrainian soldiers were in like a ditch with a big fucking howitzer cannon.
Them being like demonic fucking death cult, they want the war to happen just because they want more death and fucking destruction.
More death and suffering. They feed off that shit.
Yeah.
But they were sitting there shooting this big ass gun, just doof, doof, and the guy just turns the camera around. There's just a guy on a tractor farming his field.
And then the ladies are on the ellipticals while a building just gets bombed behind them.
Yeah. And it's like,
what the fuck?
Like, hey, we're going to do a planned demolition of this building out here. We're going to have a bunch of guys out here dressed up in army fatigues. We're just going to blow the building up. Y'all just keep doing your thing.
and we just blow up the Nord Stream pipeline. And Putin was like, Biden was like, we got rid of that. And he like was so retarded and so gone that he would like accidentally say that. You remember whenever he would like have the gaps and accidentally say like, well, like we actually did this on accident.
Well, didn't we have like a research vessel that was over there doing something? Like, or they were going out there to fix something?
And we funded the hot dog guy that was like trying to start a revolution in Russia.
The hot dog guy?
He used to have a YouTube channel and he was a chef. And somehow he tried to start an armed revolution in Moscow to take Putin out somehow. And I was like, yeah, we fucking funded that.
So yeah,
guy.
that goes one of two ways. We were paying him, or maybe the Russian people are tired of their government too.
Yeah.
That could go one of either way. That's it.
God damn it, dude. And who was there was another one to do with that. Not just the Nord Stream pipeline, that dude. But, do you know where Netanyahu's from?
No.
Take a wild guess.
Orlando.
Pennsylvania.
Oh my God.
And he's just the president of Israel, dude.
He's from Pennsylvania?
Yeah. He went to school, I think, at MIT.
How does that happen?
The CIA, dude. Beast.
Like, I thought you had to be of the country in order to be.
I've been seeing a lot of these videos, too, that this whole time Osama bin Laden, like, we funded him the entire time.
Yeah.
What the
We
fuck?
gave him the money and the guns.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even
All
know
of
that.
Well, I mean, hell, you remember when we said that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction?
Yes.
You know what we were funding him with?
Weapons of mass destruction.
Gold.
What the fuck?
And guess what
dude?
we found when we went over there?
Gold.
Gold.
That whole Fort Knox shit just went away. I wonder if they went in there and just was like, oh shit, we cannot tell them that there's nothing in here.
They gave it all away to the terrorist organization. They weren't terrorist organizations at the time.
And there's something weird about the Middle East, because you remember they were looking into Hillary Clinton's like deleted emails, and she was in there like, like in Afghanistan and stuff. She's like talking about like finding like the Ark of the Covenant and shit.
What was that video that I just watched? Oh, it was like 45 minutes long.
And then it makes sense because like all that shit would probably be in the Middle East.
They found an archaeological site that was said to have housed or is housing the Ark of the Covenant.
And
2
you
days
can't-
later, the United States shows up and says, "Get out."
And then you can't really do any like archaeological research there because everybody's constantly at war. And they were saying that there's stuff there that's like way older than a lot of the shit that we've already found.
Yeah.
And then you can't ever go over there because it's constantly at war.
Keep it hot. Keep our guys in there. Dig at night. Because the Afghanistan people were like, hey, the United States is out here. They told us not to be digging anymore, but they're over there at night digging.
Huge facility, fenced in, probably.
Fenced in, guns, helicopters.
I did not hear about that. So you said they said that they found this thing that might house the Ark of the Covenant.
They
And the
have found,
United
like-
States just showed up and
They
just was
showed
like,
up.
everybody get the fuck
and
out.
said, leave. And then created a facility and started digging.
Holy shit.
And it's like,
The other weird thing is that was just a meme about like those huge pillars that were underneath the pyramids, and then all of a sudden they started doing these LiDAR scans, and they were like, "Oh, there's something underneath this that goes underground, like fucking 20 miles."
What? This goes down into the mantle of the earth.
It goes down like like 2 kilometers down underground.
How?
Dude, there's something going
I mean,
on.
it's a hell of a foundation. I'll give them that, but why? Why? Is it?
What if they were taller before all the sand just showed up? And there's something, because it links to
The Tesla Tower.
It links to all the stuff, like the mud floods and like the ancient, like we straight up were digging shit up. Even in America, we were digging shit up and like finding shit allegedly. I think I haven't really looked into that.
Well, it
I
would
don't
make
know.
sense because I've heard the theories that it is an essentially what's it called, a generator.
Yeah,
So if it follows the same theory as the Tesla Tower, it would need to be up there. And like the cap that was on it used to be like a highly conductive gold.
and it's a symbol too of like it has the same dimensions as like the Earth,
and it's geographically aligned,
and it's like we can see the stars, and it like points right at like the stars and shit. So it's like saying, "Hey, we knew shit a long fucking time ago. So this is what we're gonna build to let you know." Hey,
shit that we needed like highly advanced telescopes and stuff to figure out.
It's the same. I wonder if it's like the same shit that Bezos is doing with that clock. You know, he's putting a clock, this metal clock that's supposed to go for he's burying it in the mountain, some mountain in Texas, and he's putting this old metal clock that's supposed to never. It's like one of those that's supposed to like last forever, as like a sentiment, like, hey, in case we all get killed and they find this is like the saying, hey, we were actually really advanced too before. Like the Georgia Guidestones. That's weird. That's
that
in our
shit got
state.
blowed up.
Yeah,
that shit got blowed up. Like, what was that? A couple years ago?
Never like keep the population at 500,000 or some shit like that, and all that stuff.
How to reset the world in the event of a catastrophe.
And it said it in all the different languages on like all the sides.
Like 13 different languages. Motherfucker.
Weird. Why is that in Georgia? A lot of weird shit's in Georgia. Where Skull Island, where they invented the Federal Reserve, or just came up with it. Whenever they made the Federal Reserve, it was founded at the temple, at the Freemason temple on that island.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then that other weird one about the Illuminati was founded in the year 1776, which is another. I heard that, and I literally looked it up and sent it to you immediately. Whenever I was listening to it on a podcast while I was working, I was like, Jesse, just look at what year.
Highly suspect.
That's so weird. In Munich, Germany. What the fuck? And then you go back to like all the founding fathers, weren't they? All the shit that they built was all literally says like, "Hey, we're all Freemasons." Like the way that they built all the shit.
The Freemasons were the Knights Templar. They changed
the Crusaders.
The Knights Templar became the Freemasons once they went into hiding.
Black Ops Zombies used to go. The lore of like Black Ops 1 zombies through all the way to Moon goes in. Speaks about like the lore of and like Origins speaks about like the lore, like esoteric knowledge basically.
Yep.
And then
come to find out, Element 115 is an actual element that we have yet to stabilize.
And then that and like Black Ops 1's campaign itself is literally MK Ultra. So they've been telling us this whole fucking time, like, hey,
back when they could. Now they're making arcade games.
Yeah. They won't go into that shit no more. And see, I never understood the whole MK Ultra shit connection with Black Ops 1 until I got older to actually learn about it. And then I look back at that campaign now like, holy shit, they were telling us the entire fucking time.
T for T, exactly what they were doing.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. The leaders of all these countries, and they're like, hey, we can manipulate these guys pretty good.
Yeah. And then the weird one, how the campaign ends and it starts at 5 was it showed like it was like half of the fucking Zapruder film, wasn't it? At the very end of the campaign,
flashes Mason up on the
TV.
Mason
on the thing, and then fucking just shoot you straight to 5. They were saying, see, that's that shit where they're putting the symbols out, saying, hey, I'm trying to let you know something to look into. The whole time, like how we were talking about, Zapruder was trying to tell us something the whole time, but like just couldn't come out and say it.
Well, that's the way most of that shit works when it's actually part of the real story, what's actually going on behind closed doors.
And they say that in that esoteric shit in those videos, they say if they're in the satanic demonic cult, they have to tell you that they're doing it, and if you don't say no, then that means it's okay for them to do it. But they tell you in these symbols in weird ways to where you don't know to say no. So technically, you're not saying no to all this weird ass shit they're fucking doing.
Because they've not come out and said it; they've only showed.
I don't know if it was the Super Bowl in like 2017 or 2016. Do you remember the show that they done at halftime with all the gurneys and all the doctors and shit running around for like the music? It was the 2016 Olympics. There was a video They like the halftime show or some shit where like they do like a musical thing, but their whole symbolism was like like a huge hospital. And next thing you know, COVID happened like 2 years later. I vaguely remember that. It was weird.
One of those weird coincidences. Wonder if that's connected.
I swear that's true too, right there. You speak about coincidences, but they say there are no coincidences.
I've heard that all my life.
There's like no such thing as a coincidence. And it makes sense. Like all these old ass sayings literally points to the fact of like everybody's, this gets deeper, like psychologically connected with each other and like into the whole like synchronicities and shit like that. Like that old saying, oh, your ears were burning because
somebody's talking about you.
Yeah. And then you find out they were talking about you or some shit. And you're like, that old saying, however fuck old that is, that's literally, if you look into it, that directly aligns with like the power of the mind, synchronicities, and all that shit. It's like your ears are burning.
I think it's a sixth sense. We're just so distracted.
It's like how you can sit here. I remember this happening to me. This was funny as fuck in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. I was in the drive-thru, and this old lady was staring at me. I didn't know she was staring at me, and I literally just do this to her. I go and just look at her right in the eyes. And she goes. And I was like, oh shit. You could tell whenever, and then it's like that weird shit. Whenever there's a presence in a room or some shit, you feel it, and you ain't seen nothing. You're like, something's off.
Hell, that happened to me at work. I was just crammed into a panel, and I'm in a mechanical room by myself. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I'm like, man, I feel like somebody else is in here. Something's in here. So I just went wandering and got out to the very back of the mechanical room. There's a guy just sitting in the chair on his phone. How did I even know you were in here? Like, I just felt like somebody was in there, but I was the first one in there, I thought.
Yeah.
But I felt funny. And then I go back, and sure enough, he's just sitting there on his phone. He's like, oh, hey.
Did I tell you I thought my fucking house was haunted whenever that cat broke into our house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I already say that on here? Yeah. Dude, my fucking heart was beaten, dude, because I fucking heard like a couple like things fall off my shit, because I think the cat was trying to get back outside. It was in our house, and I was like, I'm just gonna ignore that. Next thing you know, my dad wakes me up and fucking he's like, we gotta get this fucking cat out of here.
Got a cat in here, it's gonna piss everywhere.
It did, and it smelled like shit. I had to clean the fuck out of my room, and my fucking had to get our pipes clean too, because I just got home one day and my whole shower had that black like wrought iron shit all in it. I had to bleach the whole thing, had to snake that shit out, and I'm like, I hope that wasn't shit, but it probably was.
Out of the septic system.
We
back up.
We're on sewer.
Oh, you're on sewer.
Yeah. In the city.
Hey, there's a really good drain cleaner called Liquid Fire.
Yeah.
You pour that shit in your drains, it'll start steaming up out of the drain. It just melts everything.
I bet you it's all wrought iron pipes and shit underneath there.
Probably.
Don't they just use PVC now?
Most of the time, yeah. But see, a lot of these older cities and stuff, they still run off those old clay pipes.
Yeah, like the pots.
They still run off those clay
pipes. And they say that shit's terrible for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when your water comes out brown.
And have you seen the people that like send the chains through to break up all the calcification inside those pipes? That shit's cool.
Yeah, I like watching those videos. Well, hell, that happened at McKee. Out there at Plant 5, they had those old clay pipes out under the road, and they busted. And then McKee started like having mud come into their water. And what the hell? Sure enough, that clay pipe had busted out in the road. They had to go out there and replace it.
God.
Oh, speaking of McKee, Garrett starts his job at McKee.
What's he doing?
Tonight.
What's he doing?
Third shift, process mechanic.
How did he get on over there and you couldn't?
Oh, it was years ago when I went over there, and I went over there for production or sanitation.
Dude, just get your dad to hire you.
I can't.
I know, but that's ridiculous.
Conflict of interest. He cannot hire me because I'm going to do something that's HVAC maintenance related. Yeah. And because he's the supervisor, that's conflict of interest. You're not allowed to hire him. Now, I don't know if I could go work third shift because I think he's the all shift supervisor. So I don't think I could even do third shift up there.
Have you ever worked a third shift job?
No. I've worked third shift.
It's weird.
But I've not worked a job that was solely third shift.
Dude, that shit. I worked third shift whenever we were putting the lights in at the airport, and that was the weirdest job. I also worked third shift at McKee whenever they had that shut down and built that whole wrapper line.
Yeah.
Dude, they spend money.
I guess I have worked third shift. I've only worked second.
McKee spends fucking money whenever they want something done, because they had 2 shifts of us, 12 hours, 6 to 6. 24 hours a day we were building their like brand new wrapper line. They called it like a shutdown or something over there, because they shut down this whole part off of their facility over there, and we built this whole wrapper line in like 4 weeks.
Damn.
Because they were just running everybody 24 hours a day, 7 days a fucking week, and got that shit done quick. And I'm like,
well, they have to. Yeah. When you're dumping out Debbie's like that.
Dude, it's like, man, they made billions of dollars off of just making cake. That's fucking crazy.
57 ingredients in one fucking brownie.
Yeah. This girl I work with sent me this app the other day. You could scan the label or put it into the app, and it'll tell you all the shit that's in it that's terrible for you. And I'm like, why would they make this app?
Yep. You just get to expose everything.
Have you noticed Gatorade too, or Powerade? Whenever you drink it, either one, it leaves like a film over your mouth. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. But they say that Powerade and Gatorade's worse for you than salt water. Gatorade actually increases inflammation.
Dude, what the fuck?
Now,
me and you're just filled with plastic.
You're full of it. And damn near impossible to avoid.
I wonder, do you know like the Mexicans that come over here? I bet you they come over here skinny. And because they're probably eating all their food that they grow themselves, and like the chickens that they grow themselves in Mexico, and they come here to America and they get
all that processed
they
food.
get fat as fuck immediately.
Well, that's what happened. I mean, hell, you've heard the stories of people going to like Italy and stuff and eating
yeah, Joe Rogan talks
for
about
like
that.
2 weeks, and then they actually end up losing weight and they feel better.
I mean, you worked at Fazoli's though. You know that shit. It's so good. It tastes so good, but you know that shit is disgusting.
It's all fake.
Comes in those plastic bags.
It's all fake.
It's literally like eating glue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why you have to boil it in hot water in a bathtub in the back to get it actually to where you can eat it.
Oh my god. Because we're not sitting back there with flour and all natural ingredients
and all this stuff, making the pasta.
Yeah, rolling it out, doing all the shit.
It's an enriched product.
That's probably why it's different in Italy, because they're back there with flour, eggs,
making the
like
pasta.
actually make not just a damn hard glue stick that comes in a plastic huge bulk container.
They dry it out and then cut it into the noodle lengths, and it all just goes down this well-greased machine into a plastic bag, and then another machine seals it up.
16-year-old Hagen and Jesse back there
stirring the plastic.
Me dropping the ravioli on the floor and putting it in somebody's shit and then getting fired. I'm 16 whenever that
And those
happened.
uncooked breadsticks, we would just throw them at fucking everywhere.
God.
Those
breadsticks, yeah, didn't they come in packages too?
Big plastic bag.
Oh my god!
Big plastic bag. Yep.
We're not back there making the bread. Well, Chick-fil-A, they make their biscuits, and Hardee's does.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they get there so early. I think that dude Gabe Woolwine that we went to high school with, he worked there at Chick-fil-A, and his ass had to be there at like 4:00 in the morning every morning
to make biscuits.
Because I think they would use the flour and all that shit and eggs to actually make them.
Well, I mean, that's ultimately the largest problem with our pasta and bread products in this country is it's all enriched. It's all got that glyphosate on it.
Damn it. Oh, and it's illegal to not use that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
only in this country.
And the FDA is like, so that means the big glyphosate chemical company was in bed with the FDA saying, you have to use our products on your fucking food. Mm-hmm. And wasn't canola oil based on, it used to be a lubricant during the war?
It was a machine lubricant during World War II, and they had mass-produced so much of it and found out that it was really easy to make, and it was considered edible.
That's where they say it's better to use beef tallow and like actual, like avocado oil and like actual olive oil.
I love avocado oil. I love cooking with that.
And then they make it super expensive if you actually don't want to eat none of this weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, you mass produce.
Have you seen McDonald's chicken?
Mm-mm.
Dude.
I don't want to.
Dude, it's a paste. and all they do is put the bread or the breading around because it comes in like a cake tube to make their little patties. So if you're eating a fucking,
Well, I get that, because you can, if you tear open a chicken breast and it has like threads, it's real chicken. But you break a chicken nugget and it just looks like powder in there. That's that paste. That's mechanically separated feet.
That meme about this blob of meat is an unholy blob of meat, and it's just a thing of bologna.
What is it called? The unholy meat obelisk.
It's like this unholy meat obelisk. We also have a low sodium variety.
Yeah. Yeah, bologna's another one of those things where I'm like,
I ate some bologna this morning. I don't give a fuck.
It's good as fuck. Don't get me wrong. A fried bologna sandwich, one of those plastic craft singles on it.
They tried to scare us with that video on how it's made about hot dogs and bologna.
Still fuck them
I
up.
did not
Still
scare
fuck them up.
That shit didn't scare me.
Lauren won't eat hot dogs anymore, though.
Because of that video?
Because of that. She don't like the taste. She don't like the fact that what's in it. None of that. She was forced to eat them as a kid.
That reminds me of, you literally just take a cow and just throw it basically into a gigantic blender, and every single piece of
every
that
bit
cow.
of it. That's how we found out that's how she found out she was pregnant.
Or is it just all the shitty parts of it? Because
It's anything that's not used.
Yeah, like
intestine linings and stuff like that.
Because they're going to take the ribeye and like all the good cuts, and then they're going to take the rest of that fucking cow and just go
scrape it off the bones, anything that's left, just scrape it into the bucket, and just process it all up and slap it in a package.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. There's nothing better than being out on the river all day and picking up a wet bologna
Have
sandwich.
you seen the information about Subway's bread?
No.
It's basically like a totally artificial piece of bread. Like almost 99% of the ingredients in Subway's bread is just not like
I have wondered, because
real shit.
Subway's bread has always had a very unique texture to me.
It's
very different.
It's like 99% of it is not real bread.
Nice.
I don't know how they done that.
I don't either. Well, I mean, hell, they're 3D printing ribeyes now, so.
And why do they why are like the ingredients on like the back of shit fucking like this goddamn long? And it's like chemicals you can't even hardly pronounce.
I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with a bottle or a package of something and just started Googling the ingredients and figuring out what all this shit is.
And you know, like the preservatives in beer and shit. I wonder, because my dad was buying he's been buying that German, basically like the mead.
Yeah.
And like on the ingredients list, it literally just says like hops, rye, or water, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's got like 4 ingredients. And it's just basically, I guess, just beer.
It's just beer. And then you look at Bud Light and it says like 15 other things in there just so it'll keep the same taste in the can 2 years later.
Yeah.
And it makes it go bad. A beer with only natural ingredients with that fermented alcohol in it will not go bad. It can only go flat.
That's why they say like pouring like vodka or like tequila or something, you can pour that shit on a cut and it'll heal you.
Yeah. Well, that's how you make tinctures and stuff with that too. Put alcohol in, like, find some herbs and stuff for like cuts. My grandpa, who does that shit, he'll go out there and he'll get little mason jars and he'll grow herbs, mince them up, grind them up, and then pour alcohol in them, let them sit for a couple of weeks, and makes little tinctures and like potions essentially out of them. And he said that anytime he gets a cut or something, he can just rub some of that on there. 3 days go by and it's healed. And he got a cut. He's on blood thinners, I think.
That one dude that was on War Mode talked about that. He was like, everything you need to heal yourself is on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah, all your medicines, everything, and it works better than pharmaceutical stuff, the man-made stuff. Because my granddad,
and
the
I've always
doctor told
heard
him it was
this.
gonna take like 6 weeks for his cut to heal, and he's like, it took 3 days.
I've always heard this too. It's like hospitals are like they were invented during like wartime. And because they had just discovered that, if you are in a really clean place and you wash yourself, your body is pretty resilient. It'll end up taking care of itself.
Yep.
Because that was a recent thing, finding out that staying clean really helps you be healthy.
Well, I mean, your body gets to regulate itself.
And didn't the Black Plague happen because they didn't have a sewer system? That was like part of the reason why they got.
I mean, imagine walking out your front door and there's a river of shit just flowing.
Don't have to imagine if you're in India. Have you seen those videos?
Yes. Yeah.
Where like people are straight up. There's one video where this dude straight up shitting in the river with his fucking pants down, and there's another dude like 15, 20 feet away, like taking a bath in it. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
come on.
We've all seen the picture of that guy crouched on the railroad tracks on his phone with his earbuds in, taking a shit.
Dude, what the fuck?
What the hell?
That's disgusting. Third world countries.
India's not even a third world country.
I watch videos about those third world countries, and they're like, it looks like Kowloon, like that map on Black Ops 1, and there's like no way out.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically just like a human breed farm, because there's like no way out.
Yeah, and it's a maze. That's like favela. You remember favela?
Yeah.
That just clusterfuck of just sheet metal buildings and rock.
And I'm saying there's like no way out as in like getting rich and like getting out of this shit.
Oh, yeah,
unless
can't.
you just run away.
Yeah, you have to leave.
Yeah.
You have to leave. Otherwise, you are stuck in that system.
That's fucked up, dude.
And then
You're on the phone all
once
day,
your people get complacent,
calling old people, trying to scam them.
yeah, not working a day in your life except just to call people and make money. Steal from other people.
And we ship a lot of our jobs over here or over there for the automated.
Yep.
It's like click 1 if you speak English. Hello, this is Comcast.
This is Comcast. Thank you for calling tech support. Your shit's fucked.
Thank you for calling AT&T. Dude, this is a hilarious joke. We're an hour and 15 in. All right. It was an Asian doctor that delivered Barack Obama, and that's how they got his name. You know, because whenever he was born, the Asian doctor said, "Oh, it's a Barack baby."
I like that one. I like that one. Oh, boy.
We're gone. If this was cut during COVID 2020, the cast would have just got lightning bolted off of YouTube. For
Yeah,
that
the
one.
computer would have just...
Dude, that Minecraft video, that dude made another one.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know how he's getting away with that. I really don't.
Just millions of views, dude.
I wonder if he's, like, making it seem like it's satire. Like it's supposed to be comedy.
It is supposed to be a comedy. What the one that was? So there was the Greg Floyd one, and then there was the fucking illegal immigrant one. His Minecraft character's a little fucking Mexican man. And he's got the ice agents like, where is he at? Oh, they're in the tunnels. He's got Fent. He's got Fent.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's got to be like tagging it as satire or something, and YouTube's not flagging it.
Did you see the dude that shot the drone down? I've been watching a lot of body cam footage. This old man shot some. It was a fucking Amazon delivery drone delivering a package to one of his neighbors, and he shot it down with a shotgun because he was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Cops came to arrest him, and they just put the handcuffs on his arms like this. He complies with everything, and as soon as he put the handcuffs on, he just looks at the cops and just goes, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." And the cops are trying their hardest to just be like, "God damn it!"
Yeah,
like trying not to laugh on the body cam.
God.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that video. That's one thing about these freaking drones, man. And now AI, they're going to start putting AI. Well, they already did. They started putting AI in drones. There was a drone not too long ago. This hiker had went missing, and he had been missing for like a couple of months. And everybody just kind of, yeah, we can't find him. He's gone. They had an AI-powered drone flying around in the forest, and it remembered his hat because it linked it to a Facebook photo of him on Facebook.
Oh, my God.
And then it seen his hat in the woods and said, "Ha, found him."
What the fuck?
So now they can just scroll Facebook as they're flying over to like link you to a picture that you had on Facebook.
I hate those videos of those drones in the Ukraine-Russian war.
Dude,
where the dudes are just so tired and beaten down that they're just standing there looking up at the drone, and it just drops a fucking mortar on them, and they just explode into a million pieces.
I seen one the other day. These guys were like laying on a berm, and there was a gap in it, and there was like 4 or 5 of them, and you just hear drone just flying through the woods with a bomb on it, and it's a fiber optic controlled drone. So any like radio disruptors or like the guns that fire EMPs and stuff won't affect it because it's powered and controlled through that fiber optic line. You have to cut that line. So it just through the trees, and they let it get a little ways up there, and then they run over to the fiber optic line and cut it. And you see it go.
You shouldn't have drones in war, dude. That's cheating.
That is just, that's ridiculous.
That's cheating, dude.
That is an automated killing machine.
You know, like those the Middle Eastern groups that were fighting our U.S. soldiers, they tried to say that we were cheating because, they're just dudes in turbans with like rags for clothes and like AKs, and then they're fighting against dudes. They tried to say that night vision was cheating. They're like, that's fucking cheating. You guys can't do that.
Strategic advantage.
Because we're sitting there just fucking at night, just looking at them in green, just.
I listened to one guy tell a story about his night vision going into houses and stuff at night, and he said, we just got to the point where we would see how many guys we could make shit themselves.
Yeah, they said Osama bin Laden was like crying whenever they killed him because they blew his fucking side wall open, sent in a drone and like 3 of those Belgian Malamar dogs, and he's sitting there just probably woken up at like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, just like getting attacked by dogs. There's a robot just rolling into his side door. He started
terrified.
Crying. Oh shit! I would be pissed.
And yet, for some reason, we keep justifying doing that shit.
It's like, well, we funded this guy. Now we got to go kill him.
Yep.
Damn it, boy.
Rally the American people behind us and let's go get him.
That's crazy. Fucking. That dude. I've been watching a ton of Minecraft lore videos.
I watched the entire lore of it, and it's like the what's that thing called?
The Warden?
Is it the Warden? That blue fucker that's like mean. He came from like an old religion that was, or the original people that were in Minecraft was like the Endermen. Those are like the original villagers.
Yeah. There's like ancient builders. There's the Endermen were there.
Yeah.
They were like going back and forth from the end and
yeah. Man. And it's like, what the fuck? Like when that game come out, I thought, oh, okay, this is really cool. This is like
simple,
just a blocky kids game, and then you get into the lore of what actually is there. It's like Jesus Christ.
You know, they added like those copper facilities or whatever where you go in and fight and get the mace.
Yeah.
That game has changed so much. If I was just mining nowadays through a hole and I just landed in one of those, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck, Jesse, you got to get down here.
Yeah. I still have yet to this day to find one of those like underground. I think we found one.
And
the underground biome.
I'd be scared to do the Warden shit because that motherfucker's powerful.
Yeah.
You'd be sneaking around.
Played it last. Well, hell, it's been a minute since I played it, but Grayson had downloaded that freaking Cave Dweller mod.
Yeah.
That thing is terrifying. It is terrifying.
Oh.
Fun game, though. Been playing a little bit of the Battlefield 6 beta.
Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Battlefield game for sure. Still got some quirks. A few things they can add, change. But, again, it is just a beta. But it blew me away because Black Ops 6, its peak player count was like 240,000.
Nobody's on that shit anymore.
Nobody's on that shit anymore.
Is it? I'm not getting Black Ops 7. Not doing it.
But the Battlefield 6 beta clocked out over 260 already. It's just the beta.
There's one game that lasted through all this. It's just been Minecraft.
Minecraft and Rainbow Six Siege.
And there's still those memes. I think everybody does the same shit with Minecraft. Every about a couple months, you go through that phase where you just go and slam Minecraft for like fucking 2 weeks straight, beat everything, do everything you fucking can, and then you set the game down and don't touch it.
Don't touch it again.
For about another 5. And I'm getting close to starting a fucking world. I'm this close. I might go home and start one.
Hell yeah.
I'll open the server up. I'll be like, Jesse, it's on. I'll show up to work tomorrow morning with bags under my eyes. Have not went to bed because I've been in the mines all night.
15 blaze rods acquired.
I've learned a lot from those videos too. You know, this whole time, you could just place a boat down right underneath an Enderman, and it will trap him in the boat, and he can't teleport away. We've been trying to fight him the entire time to get fucking ender pearls, and there was just an easier way the entire time.
Nice. I did not know that. Oh, hang on.
I gotta pee. The Swedish people that invented this, I really appreciate them.
Pretty handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we praise that thing every episode.
I couldn't. I don't know if I could even figure out how to do one of these without it. Having to I guess you'd have to do it through the computer and have something to hook up to the fucking
That's
sign.
essentially a physical program.
Where all you got to do is click one button, and it just does everything.
It is so handy, especially being able to pause and go do something and then come back, and it's all just streamlined right back together.
Yeah,
that's really nice. But yeah, cleaning that freaking pool has been a nightmare. I know we're changing topics hard.
I don't even remember.
What we were talking about.
Yeah. How cold the fucking pool was.
Yeah, I can get out there. I got that little net, and I'll just go around the pool. When I get in the pool, I don't get to just stand around and swim. I got to clean the whole time I'm in there. Getting shit off the bottom. I got mad at it there a couple of weeks ago. Sucker. This is our first pool, and it's my first time maintaining a pool. So I did a little bit of research before we got what am I doing? Chlorine shock, pH leveler, and all this stuff, clarifier, whatever. I'm gonna put some chlorine and shock in it. Good. 2 weeks went by. I'm out of chlorine. I'm out of shock. It can make it one more week. It can make it one more week before I need to put it in.
How quick does it start turning?
God, that water turned green. Not green, but you could start noticing the water was changing colors. And then I got in one day, the bottom was algae. I was motherfucker, this is slick. Ew. So I got the goggles on, and I got my head in the water, and I'm just kind of scooping stuff off the bottom, dumping. And I start noticing that there's mosquito larvae in the pool. And I went, oh, now I feel disgusting. And I said, Rosie, out of the pool. We're going to the hardware store. I need chlorine and shock, all this stuff. Oh, I got to go spend some money.
You probably get infested, dude.
Yes.
Dude, this only happens at my cousin's house. I bought multiple citronella. I've been fighting the vampires for a fucking week. But, dude, I got drunk out there, and you don't notice you're getting bit whenever you're drunk. Dude, my ankles, you probably see it right now. Look at that. They got me all in a row right there. It's all around. At one point, it was all around my ankles and feet, all the way up my fucking leg. I probably got bit 30-something fucking times.
Best thing I have found for that is to come in the house and turn on the hot water as hot as you can get it.
Yeah.
And then take a metal spoon and heat it up under that hot water and just start touching it to the bites. That's the best thing that I've found. It stops the itching. And then you won't be sitting here cutting the tops of them off.
I've been putting this life-saving technology, hydrocortisone, on it.
It works pretty good, too.
Yeah.
I like that. I was standing in Grayson come down, I think it was last weekend. He had texted me 10 o'clock. I think it was a Sunday, maybe a Saturday. He's like, hey, you want to go to Crystal's? I was like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. You want to go to Crystal's?
Dude, that's awesome. I might have to go there later.
I show up at the Crystals. We had a Crystals. And it's 10:30 in the morning. And I said, hey, is it too early for lunch? Because they still had the breakfast menu up. And she was like, you can order whatever you want. You know what time it is? I'll take a dozen Crystals.
Yeah, sack full.
And then we come home, start washing the trucks. He come down, we spraying the trucks off. Next thing I know, I'm standing in a fire ant bed.
Oh, my God.
Standing in it, just sitting there spraying his truck off. He's washing. I'm just kind of spraying, talking to him. Next thing I know, my foot is on fire. And I look down, and it's all those little piss ants all over my ankle.
What'd you do?
Foot.
Start going?
I just held my foot up and started spraying it
you
with
luckily
water
had
hose.
water.
Yeah, I just started spraying it. I was like, all right, I guess that's all of them. So I just kind of, and I'm itching my foot. Next thing I know, they're in my shoe now. So I take my shoe off and get in there. They were between my toes, everything just... I was mad for a day or two.
I've been watching those videos on YouTube, speaking of ants, of where this dude will raise 2 ant farms, and then if you connect them together, they have beef with each other. They start fucking killing
Especially
each
if they're
other.
two different colors.
They start fucking killing each
If you
other.
get like red and black ants together, they will murder each other.
Even they have wars, dude.
I can't stand ants. I mean, I get, yeah, they aerate the soil.
Have you seen that dude that's been feeding ants nicotine packs and just getting them addicted?
No.
He pours like sprinkles over, like actual like sprinkles you put on ice cream on them, and then he'll put at the top of a stick. He'll attach like a Zen pack, and they immediately all start going up there to it and start getting that shit down.
Wow. Well, addiction can be species universal. I
Have
guess.
you heard Tim Dillon talking about that? About addiction? He's like, of all the things, he's like, I've been on cocaine, alcohol. He's like, all this shit. He said the hardest thing I've ever kicked was cigarettes. He's like, and he's like, still to this day, he's fucking smokes a cigarette every now and then. Nicotine is what? Here's the kicker. Like nicotine's got bad press. Everybody's like, nicotine's bad for you. I'm like, no.
It stems from cigarettes.
Cigarettes are bad for you. Smoking, bad for you. Dip, they call it. It'll cause cancer. But those, if it's just nicotine only, that's not bad for you.
The best thing you can do when it comes to nicotine is an unflavored nicotine pouch. If they're flavored, they've got sugar in them. Sugar will still.
They got sugar in these.
Yes.
Remember Duncan Trussell talking about that? Because he's diabetic. He was like, I was hitting the vape all day. I was wondering why, like, I was like passing out and shit. And he's like, turns out there's fucking sugar in the vape.
So if you get sugar in them, especially with a pouch that's always in one place,
Yeah.
you'll start getting the same effects of having a dip in, because it sits there and just kind of withers away at your gum and your gum line and your teeth, and it's because it's sugar in there. An unflavored nicotine pouch of just pure nicotine powder, best thing you can do.
I wonder how it'd feel if you got a needle and a bunch of nicotine in it and just went.
You can still overdose on nicotine. So
Really?
I would advise, it's a chemical. You can still overdose on nicotine.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yep. Yeah, don't do that. Now, it's a lot. That's a lot. I think it's well over 120 grams, which is a lot of fucking nicotine. But you're going to get nauseous, and then you're going to start, and you're just going to wither away. And
Changing subjects dramatically. Speaking of chemicals, you know the Unabomber. I was listening to a book about him. Dude, this dude. So whenever they didn't touch him whenever he was a baby.
yeah,
He was born, they never touched him. Then whenever he went to college, he was like he didn't know this. They were experimenting on him with like acid.
what was that called? It was something trials, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Merlin trials or something like that.
They were experimenting on this dude with acid. And they say like it's powerful psychedelics like that shit opens your mind up. And then he's the one, how did he ended up like predicting what's going on now.
Oh, my word, Merlin trials is from the freaking Hogwarts video game.
He ended up predicting like what is going on now. Like in all of his he would live in that cabin in the woods by himself in nature, and he wrote like all these
The least amount of technology that, because he's like, technology is going to run your life. And that's why in that movie that's got what is his name? I don't remember his name. There's a Unabomber movie. I think it's a Netflix movie. He speaks to the Unabomber and learns all like what he thinks. Technology is going to run your
probably
life.
change that dude.
Well, on his way back to like his house or his office or something, he's sitting at a red light in the dark, middle of the night. There's nobody else on the road, and he's sitting at a red light, looking at the red light, like, "Damn, the motherfucker's right." Like I'm out here by myself, free will, and I'm still listening to the red light. Stopped. There's nobody else on the road, and he's just sitting there looking at the light, like, "Damn." And I was like, "That actually makes sense."
Yeah. And he was like sending bombs to politicians through the mail.
I think it was like people that were running, was it tech companies and politicians?
That dude from Palantir, what's his name? The dude that Greg Reese and is going off on right now.
Let's see.
He's the one. Do you remember that dude that was dude that CEO of Palantir?
CEO of
You know he's the. Do you remember that
Alex Karp,
No, Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel.
Remember the video I showed you of that dude? They were asking him about using AI and drones in Israel, and he goes like
German American entrepreneur and former CEO of PayPal.
the PayPal mafia. The same dude
Thiel.
that's with Elon was a part of that.
Net worth $25.5 billion.
That's what was blowing my mind. Elon was also a part of the PayPal mafia that invented PayPal.
Hell, I thought he did make PayPal and just kind of stepped away.
And do Peter Thiel is it on it with him too? And now they got all their shit in our government. Elon's the space shit, getting paid a ton of tax money for the space shit. Peter Thiel's the AI shit. And Peter Thiel's the one that donated hundreds of millions of dollars to Vance. And Vance went to Yale. This is not good. I have pulled the file on JD. Vance went to Yale. The Bonesman, the Skull and Bones, and the Freemasonry shit. So that means he got tapped. And they do that at Yale. Like the young up and coming people that they choose. It's called like tap day. They come up and tap you and be like, "Hey, meet us. You're going to be one of them." So that means I guarantee you Vance was one of them at Yale that got tapped. And is a part of the whole Skull and Bones shit. Because remember, he came up out of nowhere, his broke-ass family. Remember, he was broke? He has that whole book. And somehow he's VP now, young as hell, after just being broke as shit.
Essentially a nobody.
Yeah.
To vice president.
Yeah. They just take these people, and I think they're going to try to get Trump out and get Vance to be the president. And here's the psyop that Greg Reese is talking about. For the border and for terrorism, they want us to all have, and Peter Thiel's working on this. That's why he's in the government. Did you know that? His AI that they're using for the government right now is the one that's basically creating your digital ID for you. Like you already have one, and Palantir has it. But they just haven't really rolled it out yet. That's how Palantir got into there, and they got everybody's social security records, all their shit in the government. All the shit that they have on us, and they're just they basically created a digital ID on us for everybody right now.
Creating a QR code for everybody, essentially.
Yeah. So they have a file on you through their AI fucking digital network at Palantir. That's the United States version already.
I'd kind of like to see my file.
Dude, our messages we've sent to each other on Twitter were cooked. Our ats. We're lucky there's no face. It's just the old Call of Duty gamer tag.
The guy sitting on the stump.
Yeah.
The fucking moon. I love that picture.
Mr. Manhattan.
I love that picture. What a crazy, crazy time.
Yeah, the digital ID. They're going to try to roll that shit out, and they're going to say, you know what they're going to do?
With a DLC of the social credit score system.
They're going to say, for your safety and for everybody's safety, we need to know, we need everybody to have one of these. And that's how they're going to roll it out.
This is going to make your life very convenient.
Yeah, 15-minute city shit.
15-minute city shit.
This is going to make your life very convenient. Dude, they can just shut your fucking money off now, too. That's weird. Dude, all those people that donated to the... do you remember, the trucker convoy?
The debanking situation?
The trucker convoy, just regular people. Because the truckers in Canada were fucking pissed at their government. And they just went and basically shut down the city.
Rightly so.
So instead of capitulating...
Puppy dog.
Instead of capitulating, they just shut people's fucking money off. That's bullshit, dude. That is one thing that truckers can do. They can just shut the fucking world down. Because you ain't going to get your shit no more.
24 hours. Our economy collapses if the truckers stop.
That's why I don't understand why they're trying to push all these electric trucks. That shit ain't going to work.
Because then it's not a threat anymore.
It won't work. And, dude, all these new cars. Have you seen that dude's Tesla? It says, something has failed internally. Locks his steering wheel and just basically stops him in the middle of the fucking interstate, dude. His car. Just shut his car off. He's like, what the fuck?
Something has failed internally.
That's why I'm gonna have to keep driving these old cars, because these new ones, they can shut your shit off.
Yeah, they can take your car back.
And they do it in a way where it's like, oh, in case your car gets stolen, we can just shut it off. But if they really
want
the
guys,
if they wanted the top down control, they could be like, oh, you've done too much carbon this week. You can't drive no more. Because that whole carbon tax bullshit, Jones explains that perfectly. We're made of carbon. Everything's made of fucking carbon. They want to tax your life, like you is what they're taxing.
Yeah.
Like your physical fucking shit. Everything's made of it.
They're trying to make us property. And in a sense, we already are.
Yeah.
You know,
through taxes.
You're paying taxes, working your job, and doing all. You're already
owned.
Being milked.
Dude, that whole slave planet.
You gotta pay to live here.
Dude, that whole fucking slave planet conspiracy. And then you can link it to like Lucifer. It says in the Bible that Lucifer rules over the earth. Like this is his kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense that this would be like a slave planet. And then there's that conspiracy where it's like, what if we already are in hell? And this is hell.
That would suck.
Because it almost makes sense if we are. If they say that Lucifer rules over this world. And what does Lucifer rule over? Hell? We're in hell.
I've also read that through the, I guess, there was 7 levels of hell, and then like one of them, like the most commonly populated, is just like you live out your worst life repetitively.
And then they just said we can't escape. NASA did. We can't get through there. The Van Allen belt. There's no escape.
Spooky shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But I know that I know nothing. So who knows?
Yeah. True.
Like,
I can do all the investigation I can, dude. And we've done so much as a human race. We can't figure out this little pink blob that's up here. We have no clue how that shit works.
Somebody does. Somebody does, and that somebody is probably the person in control of the world.
See, and they don't want you to know about like all that esoteric knowledge, like the power of the mind and all that shit.
Well, it's been labeled as nonsense.
Yeah, they're like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And
it's all been labeled as
nonsense. You go out and
nonsense.
test the shit, and you're like, holy shit, it fucking works.
It actually works. There's actually something to this.
Yeah, and it blows my mind because it's happened to you before probably. You're thinking about somebody, they call you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you, all of a sudden, they come into your head, like, and it happens within like a split second. They come into your head. You're like, why am I thinking about this person? The next thing you know, and you're like, what the fuck?
Nope.
It's like, that's
happens
literally
more frequently than you would think.
And it's like running into somebody you were fucking thinking about the other day.
About like a couple days before.
You're like, what the fuck? Weird shit, dude. Here's another one that's like weird. For me, it happens at work. For me, It's like, I'll pull up to somebody's house because they're waiting on their package, and they're already like walking out to their mailbox to check their mailbox, and I'm like, "Oh, here you go," at perfect time, or like they're pulling out their long driveway, and I'm just right there at the end, like, and they're like, "Oh, perfect time," and put the shit right there in the back of their car, and I'm like, "That's technically a synchronicity, you could say."
Lined up.
And it's like that, dude. This one's a weird synchronicity. The governor of Texas. You know the dude that's in the wheelchair?
Mm-hmm.
You know how he got paralyzed? He was out running, jogging, and all of a sudden a tree limb came, a huge tree limb came, hit him in the back, got paralyzed. If he would have went and took a piss, waited 2 seconds.
Tied his shoe.
Yeah, just like tripped or something. Perfect timing, dude. A tree limb falls out of nowhere and just paralyzes him from the waist down. Jeez. And then you think about shit like, oh, if he would have just forgot his phone or something, had to walk back in his house, that tree limb would have hit.
The dog got out. Or
yeah.
Anything.
For just a split second. That's weird, dude. Shit like that is weird.
Yeah, because I mean that's a cosmic timing. That is cosmic timing.
And you're just looking at a guy like, what the fuck did I deserve
Shake
this
stick
for?
at me, enjoy that stick.
He must have done something fucked up. That's bad karma. To just
Bad karma.
to get paralyzed by a tree limb, dude.
That or it was an event that had to happen to allow his brain to have a certain thought that led him down a certain
He
path.
became a governor after that.
Made him think of a certain decision.
He had like no interest in politics, nothing like that. After that shit happened, he was like, now he's the fucking governor of Texas.
Yep. What happened? On your late nights when you're laying in bed, thinking, exploring your pathways. How does getting paralyzed change your pathways? How do you start thinking differently? And it all led him up to that decision to run for governor.
That's an old quote too. That's hilarious. When you make plans, God laughs.
Yep.
Everything's going perfect all up until shit just explodes.
That literally happened to me. What was that, last Friday when we
It's
tried
happened
to
to
do
us the last 2 weeks where we're like, dude, we're getting good at this podcast and shit. We're hitting every week. Next thing you know, God just goes, well, I'm just going to make you guys have to either work every day or just have some ton of shit just go on.
Yep.
To
That
where it's
happened to me
nearly
because
impossible.
I made the plan. I was like, I'm going to leave work about 1:30. Should be an easy day. Burn a couple of hours PTO. Leave it like 1:30. Maybe 2. We'll be good. All I got to do is set up this one unit. Go. Issue. Issue. It just kept piling up. And we finally got it running. It was 4 o'clock by the time I got out of there.
Yeah.
God.
And then, like yesterday, I was like, I'm going to see if I can, like trying to pull off the podcast like on like a Saturday or Sunday. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can do this. As long as because usually it's supposed to be like light. We're not supposed to be heavy on like Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I didn't get done until fucking almost 5 o'clock. I had like 170 fucking stops. I was dead by the end of the day. I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I've been, ever since this whole combination between Express and Amazon giving us more and more shit, I have been working more days and longer hours while the people at the fucking top are just lining their motherfucking pockets, and I'm still getting paid the fucking same, doing more fucking work. And you know, UPS is about to go on strike.
Again?
Yeah, dude, they're pissed, dude. They laid off like 30,000 employees nationwide.
That's right. You sent me that headline, didn't you?
I was just looking at it like, what the fuck? And they're like doing all this nitpicky shit. They're trying to, because I talked to a UPS man. He seems like a conspiracy theorist himself. Seriously, because he was sitting here like, it's real weird that they're nitpicking all the people that have been there forever, and they're like top out pay. Like they're making 40 something an hour. They're trying to get rid of all those people that are making a shit ton of money through UPS, and they're trying to buy them out. They're laying off thousands and thousands. And here's where he came off as a conspiracy theorist. He was like, they were already going to shut down that terminal in Athens, Georgia. Mm-hmm. He's like, all of a sudden that shit just burned to the ground, and they were like, oh, we were gonna shut that terminal down anyway. And I was like, dude, that's fucking weird. He's like, I know.
That is weird.
He's like, I know. What the fuck, dude?
What are they planning?
They're trying to downsize, and they're giving us and the post office, like, we're taking all the big shit for Amazon and the Devil's Tail, and the post office is like taking the rest of it. I feel so bad for the post office people.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, that's why their trucks they're starting to have to buy the P1000 step vans.
Really?
The post office is.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because they're getting so much shit.
Sorry, post office.
They can keep all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Those people have to work 7 days a week, all the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't stop. Because the mail doesn't stop.
And then they say that's why people go postal. Mm-hmm. That whole saying, like the
going postal.
It just never ends. Up. Hell, I'm about to go postal over there at FedEx, dude.
Oh, after your vacation, you'll feel so much better,
dude. And I perfectly timed this to where I said, "Hey, can I be off till the August 31st for like the week?" I planned it to where Labor Day, September 1st, so I'll have that extra Monday.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like a 9-day vacation, dude.
Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I love those times of the year, like around Christmas and stuff, where you got all these holidays that you're all off for, and you burn like 4 days of PTO, and you get like 13 days off.
That day that it snowed last year had the times of my life playing zombies, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I did not leave my house for 4 fucking days. I just sat down there greasy, didn't take a shower, just playing fucking Call of Duty for 4 straight days.
Just stewing in your own crock pot playing zombies.
And then I came back to work and it was just a mountain. And I was just like, I'm never doing I don't wish this on anybody. That was terrible.
Who's going to run your route while you're going?
Somebody.
Oh, it's gonna be
My
good.
dad's going with me.
Oh, no.
Good luck and Godspeed.
Hopefully they can handle it. We'll see how it goes.
I'll be back that next Tuesday after Labor Day.
I'm meandering around new jobs, looking for stuff. I got a phone interview Friday with a pretty big HVAC company, Daikin.
You ever thought about doing that hot shot and shit where you get a huge diesel truck and a flatbed trailer?
Yeah, but don't want to.
Yeah, because you'd have to be going all over the country.
Driving all over the freaking place. Invest in a truck.
And a huge trailer. And then
Grayson got his diesel to haul the horse trailers and stuff. He said he's kind of contemplating a little bit of something hauling, whether it be cattle or cars.
The dude that quit working for us went and done that, and he's making like $3,500 a week. But he makes his own schedule, so he can be home he can take off 2-3 weeks if he wants to.
Yeah.
But he's been going way up north, way out west. Like
The long drives is where the money's at.
yeah, he's been doing that, making like 25 anywhere after everything's paid for, gas, everything. It's like between $2,500 and $3,500 a week.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like,
Hell yeah.
damn, I'm thinking about it.
It's an investment, but you got to be comfortable driving all over the place, being gone all the time.
That'd be good to just go for like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off type shit, where you go hard as much as you fucking can for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Make a shit ton of money, and then just be
take
like,
a couple of weeks off.
okay, taking 2 weeks off.
Yep. And still make damn good money, and still make more than somebody working 40 hours a week.
Yes.
Perks of working for yourself with your own equipment.
Thinking about driving it. I've been thinking about going and getting a job at driving a trash truck, because I know that's local and the hours are good and they pay real. Tell all the shit you want to about the dude that's driving the fucking trash truck. He makes like $37-$38 a fucking hour.
Yeah. They make good money. It's public service. I respect those guys.
The dude that, because this dude, Dylan, his dad has worked for, you make more money if you work for the private trash people. He's been doing it for forever. But all he does is, it's like 4:30 a.m. till 2, probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And all he does is go to all the businesses that they have like their big dumpsters and just get the forks and just set it down. That's all he's doing.
Got his earbuds in, just chilling.
Gets off work early, because that's what's good about what I would like about being a trash dude. You're going to have like the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Because those dudes get up early as fuck, dude, and go out and start their shit, and then you're probably almost done by like 2 o'clock.
If you don't have the trash can at the road here by 8:30,
you miss it.
you miss it.
We put our shit out at night before we go to fucking
I
bed.
take mine up. Trash runs on Friday mornings early. I take my shit up there Thursday evening.
Yeah, ours runs Monday morning, and because I always on that schedule of like Sunday night. Put that shit out there.
Yep, that's the way it works for me on Thursdays. Come home, my weekend starts. Got to take a can of the road.
Yeah.
That's usually my last choice, if I remember. I'm pretty bad about forgetting it sometimes.
Oof.
Yeah, it sucks, because then you got to get through a whole nother week with a full trash can and a full bag in the house. Fuck. Go out there, hey, I get in that motherfucker.
And then that's
Open the lid and
local.
jump on it.
And that's local.
Yeah.
So that'd be good.
It always kind of confused me, though. It's like, if our trash runs on Friday, what are you doing for the rest of the week?
They go to the different areas.
Different areas?
That's why it all, like, if you move, like, Monday is my area. Friday would be, I guess, running out here and doing your shit. And I bet you they go somewhere else Thursday, some different area Wednesday, some different area Tuesday.
Like different postcodes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that Express is the company that we have.
It would smell like shit all day, though.
Yeah.
You'd almost have to just wear the same clothes every day and just leave your clothes like outside. Because I bet you that would start ruining your washing machine, dude, if you were fucking putting those nasty fucking clothes in there.
Well, I don't know. You're in the cab.
There's another one, too, like working for those people that drop off the dumpsters at construction sites. That's another decent job.
There was a guy that worked at ECI. He just left, I guess, a week ago. He turned in his 2-week notice, and they told him to get lost. It's like the president's nephew, Cody. Turned in his 2-week notice. I said, go. Don't even bother coming back. He's okay.
Yeah.
So he just left, and he did that for a while. He had worked here for a long time and then left. Him and his brother started a dumpster company where they would go roll off dumpsters, making good money. And then his brother passed away from, he was served over in Iraq, and he got cancer from those burn pits. He passed away. He didn't want to keep the company anymore because it was a 50-50 between him and his brother. So he sold that company, used that money to like buy him a farm and stuff and like do all that. And then now he just started another company. He's going out and doing like driveways. He got him like a
sealer?
No, I think he's actually building like concrete excavators. All that. He's doing like driveways and stuff. So I think that's just the limited information that I have. I think that's what he's
thinking
doing.
About it, if you owned one of those trucks and had a bunch of dumpsters, you could just start your own fucking company.
There's a dumpster that sits at TVA, or has sat at TVA in downtown for years. It's not there anymore, but the whole time they were doing like construction on a lot of the floors, it was there. Big ass orange dumpster.
I bet you, I have a fucking genius idea. I hope nobody steals this now. Because that you got to have a CDL for the big dumpsters. Mm-hmm. There are smaller dumpsters where you don't have to have a CDL.
Like residential size.
Because I guarantee you, if you're doing like the CDL shit, you're going to have paperwork and all kinds of shit. But if you do, like how that hot shot and shit works, you don't have to have all the CDL shit. So if you get smaller dumpsters and just put them, you won't have to go through all the hoops and ladders and shit
you could get
of regulation.
Like a mid-size roll-off truck and 4 or 5 dumpsters.
To where you don't have to go through all of that hoops and fucking ladders of the CDL trash. Probably all kinds of rules and regulations you got to follow if you have the big actual company.
Yeah. Well, that would be the way to do it, though, because you could rent them out $250 a week. If you got 5 of them.
I wonder...
4 of them, you're making $1,000 a week.
Do you think people make good money off of renting out the porta potties at construction sites?
Are you kidding?
You think they do, for real?
Yeah.
How much? Do you think those are like
It's a plastic box that takes probably less than $100 to make.
And you hire some dude to just go blast it.
You got a truck full of water and soap. You go out there and put fresh, Powerade in the bottom of it and spray them out.
Yeah, and things of toilet paper.
And they'll sit there for months because the job site's going to take a while.
And people just draw the worst shit on there.
Oh, yeah. I have seen some grotesque stuff in the porta potty.
Dude, the ultimate prank, if you had an enemy, just put their phone number in one of those fucking porta potties and say, call this number and fuck with this person. Mm-hmm. And it would work.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen phone numbers written in these fuckers.
Some people call and fucking... But just put call for a good time and put your buddy's phone number in there.
There was one... porta shitter in particular when I was working on an SK food project up in Cleveland. You'd go in there and it said, attention the long-haired electrician, call me for a good time. And it was a gay guy trying to hook up with a long-haired electrician. And he put his phone number in there.
What the fuck, dude?
And I was like, ah! Oh yeah, there's been some funny stuff in them though. But yeah, I'm sure there's damn good money in that. Damn good money in dumpsters. Anything that you can use as a reusable
trash
dumpster, porta shitters, anything somebody needs to rent.
Trash, electricity, pumping out people's septic tank. If you got one of those trucks, you don't need a CDL for that either.
I don't think so.
If
it's a vacuum truck, maybe
you probably got a...
Well, no, Grayson drove vac trucks. at
You
HEPACO.
but I'm saying you probably got to have some fucking paperwork involved because you're carrying around biohazard.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some EPA stuff probably
Yeah.
involved. Yeah, Department of Transportation.
Imagine one of those
codes.
fucking flips over.
God. No thanks.
You just run into one at full speed, blows up, shit goes all over you.
Fun fact: if you don't want to have your septic system fail, every couple of months go buy you a half-gallon of buttermilk and pour it down your toilet.
What are those little packs you throw in your toilet and flush?
You can use that too. It's essentially just bacteria. You're introducing a new bacteria culture into your septic system.
How
and
do they
eat-
clean? Do they reuse like the shower water and our fucking toilet water?
What do you think a water treatment plant is?
Dude, those places are. There's not just shit and piss in that, dude. There's probably blood, drugs, all kinds of
It
shit.
goes through several stages of treatment before it gets sent back into the water system.
Holy shit, dude.
Bleach it, clean it, UV it, steam it, boil it off, clean it. It goes through a long,
Because
tedious
people put
process.
everything down the fucking drain.
Everything. They say that the
Have you seen-
initial filter at a water treatment plant is the most disgusting thing you'll ever see.
Have you seen the shit where the particles in like the SSRIs
Mm-hmm.
and the drugs that people are taking are so small that it's actually somehow getting into the water system? And
And in big cities, everybody's starting to test positive for all these drugs that people are on.
yeah.
And then you have criminal organizations going in there and dumping stuff into the toilets to try and poison people.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do?
Drink from a spring.
You buy you a 10-acre farm in the middle of nowhere and pull up well water, clean it yourself. That's the only way
Yeah.
around it. Of course, then you got to start worrying about fracking. You better hope you don't live anywhere near somebody that's doing fracking, because now you have oil and shit in your water.
That shit you were talking about, I did not think that was true. They did make their own white community by around people our age.
Yep.
And everybody just got pissed.
The under 35 crowd is starting to make their own villages.
Yeah.
Just nothing but white people, and they have to vet you before you get to live there.
Mm-hmm.
No criminal records, no nothing like that. Not flagged on any sex offender watches.
There's
Nothing.
going to be a false flag there, dude. They're going to... What was that one community where they sold everything, but the ATF and shit just got them on selling guns? And then they... Ruby Ridge.
Was it Ruby Ridge? I think it was Ruby Ridge.
And they went in there and basically just killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want you to be a part of the system.
Yeah, they don't like you to be off the system. Because then
Yeah.
they're not making money off of you.
Yeah. Hell,
That's
those
why
people probably...
independence and, self-sustaining properties and gardening and living and being independent from the government is the best thing you can do. That's why it's the hardest thing to do.
That's what they used to do, though, before all this technology.
Yeah, that was just the way you lived.
You just showed up to the land over here, and they were like... Well, they kind of sabotaged you because they didn't tell you about the Indians. They were like, dude, go over there. You know all those stories where they're like, yeah, dude,
Go over there, build you a fence, and whatever's inside that fence is yours.
Yeah, and then they didn't tell you about the Indians that were fucking
I'm
crazy.
going to tell you about these feral humans that are out there.
And like there was even some Indians that like they would make friends with, even like those Indians that they made friends with were like, don't fuck with those guys. Those guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the peaceful tribes were over this way in the eastern.
Yeah.
You got Cherokee,
Those ones that Rogan talks about in Texas, the Apache,
the Apaches, or the
Comanche.
Comanche.
Yeah.
I think those are
Those
out
are the
that way.
fucking assholes.
Yeah, violent.
And then they would-
kill anything.
And while you were like trying to travel, they would like come. So I heard they would steal everything from your camp while you were sleeping. And then they would follow you on horseback and just watch you as you're like trying to
Watch you die.
like get your shit back together, I guess. And they would just sit there and just watch you. And you'd be like, dude, this is fucking bullshit.
Nope. Wait for you to die so then they can take your wagon too.
And that's why we said we gotta fucking invent this revolver.
The Henry repeating rifle.
You know the what was that? The canal, the Panama Canal.
Mhm.
This is a total change of subject, but I heard about this on War Mud Spud was talking about it. whenever they do huge construction operations like that, I didn't know this because he was talking on the podcast about this. They've invented a ton of like new tools that are like really helpful now by doing like huge construction projects like that. Because people were like, dude, there has to be an easier way to do this. So they fucking somehow invent a tool whenever they're doing like huge projects like that. That's where they learn a bunch of shit about construction. But we still don't know. I love whenever that dude Randall Carson's like, even if you put the cranes on the sides and you had like the hydraulic crane now on the side, it still wouldn't pull one of those stones in the fucking pyramids of Egypt across the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And then he was sitting there talking about, even if you tried to roll them on logs, dude, the logs would just get crushed. What are you talking about?
Well, he said that, I think shortly after that, he starts talking about the largest stone that we've moved in the modern world. And it took like 160 wheeled truck trailer and like 15 cranes. And it was like half the weight of one of the ones from the pyramid. And we needed all of this to move it. It was called like the biggest machine marvel ever seen.
Yeah.
Long ass fucking truck, and that rock just. And they're like, yeah, it's only like half the weight of the ones that are over there.
We've talked about this before, but rocks are heavier than fuck, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand why stone is so heavy, but it fucking is.
Dude, that shit. You ever see like one of those huge fucking rocks? You can't even budge them. Like even one like this.
You can't move it. It ain't moving.
I wonder how much. They're probably like 400 or 500 fucking pounds, and it's like that big.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. Dude.
I like playing with them in the water. You'll find a really big ass fucking rock in the water, and you pick it up and like flip it over. And
Have you seen that bodybuilder that tried to pick up one and his fucking? He was
that big round ball.
Yeah, there was one bodybuilder though recently. It was like the heaviest one of those. I think like Atlas Stone. Mm-hmm. He fucking was trying to pick it up, dude, and put it up on the thing, dude. He was straining so hard. You heard it. It was like, and his fucking asshole turned inside out, dude, because he was straining so hard. This sounds crazy. I mean, it's like
it makes perfect sense because everything right here just so tight and pushing on your organs, and the only way it has to relieve some of that pressure is to go out.
And the noise is crazy. It's like
Pink socked himself
literally
picking up a rock.
So your asshole's probably tight like this, and his just went.
Oh, no thanks.
Oh my god.
No thanks.
Laying in a hospital bed, just like
with a prolapsed ass
on your side, just like shouldn't have tried to pick up that rock.
You've got a tail now, sir. I wonder if that makes his poops longer.
I don't know. My sister told me some funny shit the other day. She said she had to shit at work all day, and she came home, and she said she fucking shit a turd out that was like fucking a ruler stick long.
Forearm.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
little TMI there.
I'm like, you're a small woman. How does that even come out of you, dude?
Blows me away. That little dog in there, he can go out there and shit an oak tree, and it'd be a foot high. Why
is it that whenever your stomach's messed up, the first wave of shit is normal shit, and if you have to sit back down, like this happened to me the other morning before work. I shit, got in my shower, and then I was about to leave for work, and I was like, no. The second wave, it's always diarrhea, dude. Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, you have a plug. That's what's been there the longest. That's your plug.
And then
something nice, irritated your stomach. And you put that on top of it. When the plug falls out, now that's there. Your body's like, hey, this was supposed to go too.
That's fucked up. And I hate that I love spicy fucking food so much. That's like, I eat spicy food probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Spicy food and caffeine in the morning. You know, because caffeine and nicotine both are an intestinal stimulant. Mm-hmm. So you drink caffeine, your body's like, oh, it's time to get rid of it. And then nicotine is like twice the effect. So like first thing in the morning, crack me a White Monster, take a few sips of it, throw me in a nicotine pouch. I got to go. It's go now or go change.
In the morning, I blew up the terminal. I fucking, dude, this apartment complex, they probably hate me. It's like at the beginning of my day, mm-hmm. and that's like after I've ate my breakfast and everything. I go in there, I ruin their bathroom for probably 3 hours. I guarantee the next person that goes in there is probably like, oh, like burns their eyes. This one dude, I was hungover. I drank all night. You know, one of those.
Oh, no.
No, this shit I took, it smelled like death, dude. Like
Something
one of those
about a beer shit, bro. I'm telling you.
where it just smells like something fucking crawled in you and died, dude. And I was in the terminal in the morning. I shit, and I was in there for like sweating because there's no air conditioning in the fucking bathroom in there, and I'm like, oh my god, it was
sitting
terrible.
there with your shirt in your hand.
You know it's bad whenever you're like scrolling on your phone and you have to set your phone down because you're like, oh shit, and it's just all coming out. It was hot because I had ate fucking spicy chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, and it's like that meme. It's like, why do I have diarrhea, hot fucking diarrhea all the time? Oh, you ate 20 fucking Asian zing wings and drank 14 fucking beers yesterday.
Yeah.
And it smells like death. This dude, old man, like long gray hair. I'm walking out, sweat coming off my brow after. He walks in, turns right back around and just leaves the bathroom, looks at me and just goes, and just walks off, and I just went, I just started looking laughing.
Oh. I'll leave the bathroom.
Having somebody look at you and just go, after they go in the bathroom after you, just gives you pride, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I've walked out of the bathroom before. I don't know what it is about people that work in an office, but that TVA facility, you can go in that bathroom and listen to somebody go to the doggone bathroom. You feel bad for them because they're like, it's like, what are you doing?
I have fucked with somebody in the bathroom like that. Like whenever you hear them going through it, like,
Mm-hmm.
I've walked in the bathroom and heard that shit before at work and just went, God damn, and just fucking walked out.
My favorite thing to do is walk in there and see that somebody's in there and then smell it and go, boof, and leave.
Oh, shit.
Bad times.
I always wondered, do you remember whenever you were younger, did you ever hear your dad's stomach like make noise? Mm-hmm. Where it was like, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if my stomach will ever. Nowadays, I wonder if it's just because of what I eat or something. But there'll be times where you're just sitting there laying there watching a YouTube video and you'll hear your stomach going, yeah, making fucking noises.
Typically, that's a sign that you're finishing a digestion process. It's kind of flushing the drain, and the last thing's getting digested, and it's just kind of emptying.
And I noticed yesterday, another complete change of subject. My muscles in the side of my feet right here on both sides. I was sitting out there on the back deck after I got out of the pool with like my feet out on the thing. I was looking down. Those motherfuckers were spasming in there, like moving, and I was like,
Been
"Oh
on your
my!"
feet all day.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
They were tenderizing themselves.
And then if I accidentally do this, like put my toe down, it'll try to curl my entire foot down, and it hurts so bad, dude. So I have to sit here and pull my foot back because it's spasming so hard.
You start eating your banana every day. You're getting them potassium cramps.
And just my feet. Or like whenever you're banging a chick from the back and you got like your one leg up and literally you don't want to have to stick. No, it's right here in your hamstring. You have to like literally almost stop sometimes. I've had to stop a couple times and just stick your leg straight out like this while you're just holding the love handles like this, and you're like, oh, hold on. Hold on.
Hell, I did that getting in the damn truck the other day, and I thought, man, I'm getting old. I got in, just kind of like tried to bend my knee under the steering wheel because I was getting in at a weird angle, and it just locked up, and my foot was in the passenger floorboard, and I was like, ah, and then it just...
You're just shaking.
Like, yeah, it just goes away.
That shit was hilarious. But
growing up sucks.
I have a relatable story to that where I almost passed out one time. This is probably TMI, but I was banging my ex-girlfriend from the back. And so she pulled this evil witch move. I don't know what it is. where she goes underneath and cradles my balls.
No, thanks.
Dude, I came so hard. I literally heard him ringing in my ear, and I about fell the fuck over.
I'm going to label that one as TMI.
I was just standing there just... Hilarious.
Flashbanged.
Dude, do they have to flashbang you in the police service before you can use one?
I don't know. I remember talking about that in school, wondering if that was ever a thing, because I know you have to get tased.
And pepper sprayed.
I don't know if you have to experience a flashbang.
This dude, Jonathan Vire, he was he's a cop now. But whenever I done gutters, he was doing extra work on the side. And I asked him about flashbangs, and he said, dude, those motherfuckers are so... It'll, like, stun anybody for real that's in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a concussive blast of just noise and light.
Dude.
Which I don't even think they really have light in them. I don't know if they flash. Well, yeah, I guess they do. I've seen videos of them throwing flashbangs. And you see them throw them in, like, a dark room, and the room just... Oof.
I'll never forget the noise of just a flashbang in every Call of Duty, just like... And your character's just all widescreen.
And guns doing this. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's disorienting as hell. I used to get hit with thunder bees playing airsoft, and that's like a mild civilian flashbang. They just kind of... And they're loud. They're loud. I can remember laying up against like plywood walls in the second story of this like makeshift Nuketown.
Dude, that cop that done that shit to that dude at that protest, he had to have done that shit on purpose. Do you know whenever they have the little clunk, and it's like a little tear gas smoke grenade?
Yeah.
He aimed that dude right at that dude's fucking nutsack and just blasted him.
Yeah, I got to watch it in slow-mo.
Dude, that had to have ruptured his nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Either that or you're going home with a bruised dick.
I wonder how bad those like beanbags hurt.
They can kill you. Non-lethal is a suggestion.
It's like if it hits you like right here in your heart,
bust your sternum, like cause internal bleeding. If it hits you in the neck, it can collapse your jugular. Anything that's in there, it can blind you, crack your skull.
Dude, that shit would hurt.
Non-lethal is a suggestion.
Probably leave you a fucking bruise like that fucking big if you got hit in the arm.
That's why they're moving kind of away from beanbags and going more into like paintball, like pepper ball type stuff. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get back into like that side of it because that's a little bit more.
Have you been pepper sprayed?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought you may have doing that. What was that shit in high school? ROTC?
The ROTC and public safety. I did both of those.
I'm surprised they didn't pepper spray your ass.
I think maybe in the advanced class.
They probably did.
In the public safety especially, but I didn't do the advanced class because I did ROTC.
Is that just capsaicin that they put in?
Essentially, it's just capsaicin.
So they're basically straight up just grinding up peppers into a paste and just...
propelled capsaicin right into your eyes.
Dude, what the fuck?
The closest I've ever come is when we had a bunch of old, like, the keychain pepper sprays at the Ace, and we had one of them busted. And they're like, all right, we got to throw the whole little, like, flat of them out. There's like 15 of them.
I have been tased, but not like an actual taser. Just somebody fucking trolling me going with one of those
stun
things.
gun?
Yeah.
I bought Lauren one. It's about however many volts.
That shit numbs you if you get hit in it.
It's got a little flashlight on it, too, so you can see in the dark. Yeah, I bought Lauren one. Told her to put it in her car. So anybody ever tries to come in, like, put their hands on you, just...
My sister's got one of those little bedazzled pepper spray things.
Yeah.
Just imagine just some little girl with a bedazzled ass pepper spray thing just just blasted you in the fucking face with it, dude. I'd be fucking pissed.
I mean, yeah, it's not gonna feel good.
That's enough time to run away while somebody's sitting there going.
Yeah, well, I mean, the sudden shock of it's enough to like spray them in the eyes and then just give them a good whop on the side of the head, and then they're really disoriented.
And what was up with that gay bomb that they were trying to invent? Do you remember that?
Gay bomb?
Dude, the military was trying to invent this bomb called the gay bomb that was going to release all these chemicals into the air to where it would disorient the people they're fighting to where instead they would fight, it would just cause them to just start making love with each other. The CIA was looking into that.
Like a bomb of pheromones or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Why would you?
Just the crazy shit the CIA comes up with.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a confirmed heart attack gun.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
That dude that was like trying to run against Putin for president, got poisoned by polonium.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, this was obviously an ancient KGB technique that they used to use on people, and it just randomly happened to this guy that was running against him.
Huh.
And he had to get flown in the hospital, like out of the country to like Germany, because they would have probably just let him die in fucking Russia.
Yeah. Or they would have come in there and got him dressed as a nurse. Go ahead and finish the job.
Where's that footage from the sale?
I don't know. Trimmed on a hard drive somewhere.
God.
On a hard drive somewhere.
What the fuck, dude? Well, you want to end it?
Time at 1:45. What did we get to?
2:20.
Perfect.